Hey guys, thanks for listening. We're switching from Merle's Inlet Sports to Merle's Inlet Stuff because I wanted to have a place where I could put things that would only be relevant to people here in Merle's Inlet. And I feel like the good people in Merle's Inlet deserve their own podcast, so I want to be the one to provide that to them. So consider this that. This is going to be Merle's Inlet Stuff. If you're not from Merle's Inlet, I still invite you to listen to this crazy shit because they're fucking crazy stories that are going to be coming at your ear holes. So fucking enjoy that analogy for the next couple seconds. That being said, Peaches is here, and if you guys are listening, you're probably from Merle's Inlet, and you know who Peaches is. He'd prefer his real name not be used because of some of these stories, which you'll understand. But anywho, this is going to be something that we're going to keep doing. If you want to be a guest on this fucking piece of shit show, then get me on Facebook. You know how to find me. You can also email misnerds@gmail.com if that tickles your fancy. But most people who listen know me, so just text me or call in. Be happy to take your calls. But fuck, I'm not going to hold you back from this episode anymore because it's fucking ridiculous, and I'm excited that you get to hear this for the first time. I'm jealous of you. But anyway, this is Peaches, tales of the jailhouse and life. So enjoy. We have the very, very, very awesome opportunity to hear from some inside information from a crazy fucking world of pretty much my little motherfucking brother from way, way back. Peaches in the house. What's up, dog?
Yo.
So, we were just talking a while ago, and I was like, man, we kind of got to fucking record this. So, I don't want to like give away any spoilers or anything about this, but my man Peaches has spent some time inside, so to speak. Do we use real name? We use real name on this, or would you rather?
No, we'll take Peaches.
We'll take Peaches on this. All right, Peaches has spent some time on the inside, and he made the comment to me earlier was like, well, I ain't going to be able to have no kids because they fix that shit in the prison. What's that about?
Well, I feel like in the world we live in now is the age of information. You can find out anything you want to find out about anything you want to find out about. But they only want you to know about so much. And when you get into a fucking position to where you get in trouble all the time, obviously you know too much. You're trying to live your world in a world where they tell you that everything you're supposed to have a right to is no longer your right. Yeah. And then you go to jail, and then your trip to the judicial system, whether you're in jail or not in jail, is the same thing. Every right that you're entitled to is no longer a right to you. So we live in a world where you're literally paying for your freedom. If you do something that you feel like you believe in that's okay, it's no big deal. It could be no big deal, but you're going to pay for that shit if somebody calls the police on you or if you get caught by the police doing whatever you feel like you think is okay. And to me, it's the government washing the government's hand, because for you to be in jail, shall you not be able to pay what it costs for you to bond out? You're talking, say you have a $15,000 bond. Your bond's $1,500. Not everybody has $15 that they can just give to somebody to say, hey, I don't want to be in jail no more. I want to fight this shit. I want to go to court. What do? You don't have $1,500.
Nope.
So you sit there, and then you figure out, 2 weeks down the fucking line, all right, I got people that saved up $450 here, $300 here. Maybe I can pay to get myself out. But if you can't, then you're sitting in jail waiting to go to court.
That's no fun.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, I mean, it ain't never fun to be in jail.
Yeah.
I can't think of nobody I know that can say, hey, let's go to jail tonight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right.
But, when you get there, the thing about it is, how do I get out?
Yeah, no. You're talking about, when we started talking earlier, you're talking about like they have absolute control of your, like you think they have control of your mentality while you're in there because of just shit that they shove down your throat, basically, just like all these pills or whatnot.
Well, I mean, it's even the water.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about too. So, what do you think? What do you think's up with the water?
I don't know. I mean, they say fluoride's a terrible thing for everybody, and that's in everybody's water out here.
Yeah,
you think about if you're inside of a facility.
Yeah.
What do you think they're giving you?
You're right. Whatever the fuck. I mean, that would be an easy way to. The reason I wanted to record this is because I thought, man, fuck. I've said it several times. One of the biggest problems in the world is overpopulation. Like, there's so many people, and then I think that America is number one in the world in incarcerated citizens per capita. And if you wanted to control population, that would be a quick, quiet way to do so. And I mean, I know that it's awful conspiratorial thought, but fuck, are we far off from that? It's 2018. We don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, fucking Prince is dead. I don't know what the fuck.
Hey, Prince is dead, unfortunately. But I don't think we're far off from that. But I'll tell you, I mean, think about how many people are going to prison for 25 years now. They got 8 kids.
Yeah, true story.
Like, the damage has been done.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people in this world.
True fucking story.
I mean, it's shit everywhere. But I don't know, man. Like I told you, I think that Donald Trump is in the Supreme Court right now fighting for people trying to pay for their freedom, like what I was talking about earlier. So I think that there's something going on. Like, there's definitely changes happening. Like I think that some change is happening.
Yeah, and change. What kind of way? Is like a good change or a?
Yeah, I mean, there's jobs coming back to the United States.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. You were talking about like a factory working and shit earlier, so I mean, that's not really something that you've heard a lot about. Well, I guess around here in the rural part of the country, we have a lot more factories and such than elsewhere. But I don't know. It's kind of nice to think that there's going to be jobs in fucking America. I like the fact that Ford decided to build in Detroit instead of building a factory in Mexico. Like, that's a big deal.
The world's changing.
The world's fucking changing, and there ain't nothing we can do about it. And
No, sir.
All we can do is sit back and fucking watch it, do whatever the fuck it's going to do.
Be a part of it.
Yep. That's right. Be a part of it. So, what is the, this is weird. What is the craziest thing? What is the craziest difference, like thing that you have to adjust to when you go in and when you come out? Like, what's the craziest adjustment that it takes for either way?
Well, a lot of the shitty thing about it is a lot of times when people go to jail, it's, 15, 20 days, shit like that. So it puts you behind.
Yeah.
Like you're not missing anything, but you come out on the short end of the stick and you're trying to make yourself back to be what you had before.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of it is being able to get back to going to work. A lot of people, they think, oh, he went to jail. We'll shy away from that. We don't know where that's going to go. But, we live in the Bible Belt.
Right.
I mean, it's unreal the shit that people go to jail for down here is not like any city. You go to any big city and it's not like that.
I wonder if you're right, because I know that Myrtle Beach is like up there as far as like the crime rate, but I wonder if it is because they arrest people over the dumbest shit.
No, it's because they make money doing it.
And I'm not saying that they arrest people over dumb shit. I'm just hypothetically thinking.
Well, where we live at is a tourism industry. So when it's not tourist season,
they got.
What are they going to do? We don't have farmers making money off farming shit no more because the government took over what everybody can farm. They tell you what you're allowed to do.
What
we want you to grow.
That's crazy.
It's always been like that. Or for the last 12 years, man, it's always been, they wanted to switch everybody over to soybeans. All you can grow is soybeans.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that the farmer didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I think it's been like that. I could be wrong.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. I know that I grew up, the dude that lived down the road, he had 3 huge cotton fields. And if he had a 4th cotton field, it would be where my house was. So, it was just like, I always just assumed that they could do what they wanted. I guess back then they could have.
Well, no, you ain't that much older than me. I don't.
Well, no, it was more than 12 years ago that I was back home, though.
Yeah, I think it became like a big quota thing on everybody of what you could grow, what they wanted you to grow.
That's fucking wild. Huh.
I could be wrong.
There's all sorts of crazy shit that goes on that the government's got absolute control over. So I don't want to get too far off of that topic, because I wanted to get back to where we were talking about with you the pill line. That was an interesting thing that you mentioned, the pill line. But before that, what's the craziest adjustment that you have to make when you get back out?
Just being around people. You're around.
Is it easier? What do you rate the ease of dealing with people from outside to inside?
Well, you've known me for a while, so I'm like, I get along with everybody.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about anything.
Yeah.
But it's just weird, you get around people and then people are talking about shit that, you think about the grand scheme of life and you're like, that's really what you want to talk about right now. It's just,
yeah.
And then when you get around a lot of people, all in a condensed area, that's always a little weird too,
But now, and I've never, knock on wood, I've never been. So I'm asking honestly, is it like, does it seem like everybody's sort of on more of a same page in that inside, because it's like we're all in here, or is it like, is there more aggression there?
Well, it's all the same page. It's just, everybody has a different role. It's life simplified. Like, people don't think about it. Like, you have this role in the world that you live in. You are who you are.
Yeah.
Like, you have this role. And you need to be that the best you can be. Or shit changes a little bit, So when you think about it simplified like that, to where you're dealing with 50 people, it's a bigger deal that everybody does what they're doing,
Yeah.
Just
stays in their lane, basically.
Well, and it's just like, it's fucking weird to even think about it, because it's like you want to sit in the same place every time you go eat.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that even mean? And like, to me, I'll go sit somewhere else. You got new people coming in the pod and shit. I'll go sit somewhere else. I have no loyalty to nobody in there.
Yeah.
I didn't go to jail with none of them motherfuckers. I ain't coming home with them.
That's funny.
Way to
look at it, yeah.
Like, I'm going home.
Now, when I know that you did, like, what's your longest stay, so to speak?
1 year and 8 months.
Okay, now when you go in there for, say, I know, like say a day or so, or a couple days, like you run into people that like.
It's always the same people.
Really?
It's always the same people. It's unreal, man. It's unreal that you can go to jail and see the same fucking people every time. Every time.
That's fucking crazy. It's like are people who are in there who are like doing time?
Well, it's just bullshit. Like, it's always the same people. Like, I go to jail for bullshit.
Yeah.
But then I see these motherfuckers that, like, they ain't been in jail for 6 months. 3 months, which is pretty good for me too.
Yeah.
Like, 6 months, pretty fucking good for me. It's like, God damn, you're back, dog.
Is it like that? But is it?
It is, man.
Is it almost just like, well, there ain't nothing? I guess you got to make the best out of every situation. But fuck, is Is it kind of nice, like seeing somebody like that and being like, "Well, fuck, I hate having to be here, but at least your dumb ass is here."
No,
Not
no.
like that.
It's like, fuck you, dog. You ain't got nothing for me. You know, God damn, I can't believe you came back. I can't believe I came back. I don't want to see you to make it worse for me.
Fuck that, man.
You know, and but it is, realistically, dude.
Yeah.
Like the world we live in now, and I seen something on the news about it last night. People pay 35 to 45% of the money they make for rent.
Yep.
Just for rent. That's a lot of money, man. If you go to jail, you ain't paying for shit.
Now, how do you get money in jail? Just you work?
Well, I mean, you can work. It depends on what kind of situation you're in as to if you can make money or not. But for the most part, you're not making any substantial money. Like you can make
enough to buy your shit.
Like quarters of pennies on the dollar for shit. But it's more to keep you occupied.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it's a good thing, man. Like people should be able to work.
Now, do they like kind of want you to do that? Do they push people to do that?
No, I mean, you're pretty much fucked if you are sentenced to something, then you can get a job. I mean, it's
so if you're not, like if you're doing no time, they just kind of make you sit there.
If you're waiting to go to court, you're worse off than if you're sentenced. Is how I feel about it, because you there's no job they'll give you because they don't know what you're going to do. Is how they look at it.
Just send you there for a day and then take you off.
Well, I mean, think about it, man. Like if you're looking at doing 25 to life, like, you know, what difference does it make if you go running down the fucking hall? You ain't going to get out the fucking jail, but
yeah,
you know, you're going to start some shit up.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck it. That's what these two guys, I'm from Bennettsville, where me and Blair are from. We have a couple of prisons there. There's a federal prison and there's a high.
Evans.
Evans, yep. There's a fucking, what do you call those? High.
I think Evans is a level 2 prison. But it used to be a level 3, but they done had a bunch of shit going down over there for a long time. Long time.
Evans goes way back. But it's Evans Correctional in Bennettsville, South Carolina, had two guys that snuck out on the garbage truck one day. And they got out and they rode around or whatever, and they were out for probably a total of like, I don't know, they were out maybe 7 or 8 hours, maybe, if that. Just not even that. But my youth leader at the time was the SORT officer, the Special Operations Response Team. He was the lead guy on the SORT team, and which is basically a SWAT team for small towns. And he found the guys and was like, "Why did you do this?" He's like, "Man, I'm in this motherfucker for life." He said, "This is the most fun I've had in years."
Yeah, why not?
Because what's the worst that's going to happen?
I mean, dude, if you get sentenced to 25 years, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, you're right, man. I mean, fuck. That's
what are they going to do? Take you to jail?
You're right back. Yeah, it's a good.
They give you a yellow jumpsuit. That's what they do.
Is it yellow and not orange?
No, it's yellow. If you try to escape from a South Carolina state prison, they give you a yellow jumpsuit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
you
funny.
get a pink one for sexual offenses. So
like if you're in on rape or like child shit.
Or if you are masturbating in front of a officer or shit like that, because I mean that's another one of those damn taboos that. I mean, that's what people do.
So you jerk off in front of like the dude that watches them?
No, it'd be a woman, but
I got you.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
But I mean, as far as the dude thing's concerned, man, I mean, you look at rap now. It's cool to be weird gay,
dude. That ain't like it. That ain't like it was, man. Like,
dude,
Dave Chappelle said it, or no, Charlie Murphy said it. Remember, he's like, man, you know, back in the day, it's like the one that got all the bitches, but the one that looked most like a bitch. It's becoming that fucking skinny.
No, it's fucking weird, dude. The last time I was in jail, they were braiding each other's hair and shit.
Oh man,
down like in front of everybody else. I was like, oh no, hell no.
It's weird being from the South, and it sounds homophobic, but it's just not. It's not. It's just that we're not exposed to it as.
Well, it's a different environment.
Yeah.
You know, the cool thing about going to jail here is black people and white people all get along. I mean,
Black
it
people and
really
white people get along on the outside here.
at
Jay
Reuben's a little different because you got people from up north, so their whole fucking world's different.
God, dude, Northerners are so no offense, dude.
It's just a different way of life.
I don't know. It's like
it's a completely different way of life. Black people, white people.
We're
Puerto
so
Ricans
down here. We're so nervous about the shit. We do everything that we can to try to apologize for even seeming racist if we do.
I just feel like everybody grew up together. So it's like, how are you going to be mad at me?
Yep.
You can't say that shit because we grew up together, motherfucker.
I don't know, man. Fucking, there's a lot of different stereotypes that you get about the South that are right. Yes, we like sweet tea. Yes, we put ranch dressing on everything. No, we're not all fucking mouth.
I like honey mustard.
Honey mustard ain't bad. We're not all mouth breathing fucking racists.
Unless we're sick.
Well, yeah, unless we're sick, then we're half of that, and it's not racist. But I don't want to get too far into that rabbit hole. But so like, do you feel like, because you've seen it and I haven't, do you feel like black people and white people get along more inside than outside? Or do you feel like it's about the same?
No, I feel like if you're in jail, you're more inclined to get along because...
more of a common ground?
Well, what choice do you have?
Yeah, fuck, you're right.
We're here.
Yep. True story.
And it's nice living in Merle's Inlet because everybody really does get along.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if somebody's not getting along with everybody else, it's because they fucked up.
That's the truth.
You made a mistake. We might all be pissed off at you for 2 weeks, but we'll be back cool after that.
Yeah.
But, and that's what it is. It don't matter if you're white or black or Spanish or whatever the fuck you are. We'll shoot a game of pool. Fucking drink a beer. Hang out, and it's it's awesome. It really is. It's nice to live where everybody gets along.
Yeah, and that's not an issue that we have around here at all. Like, people generally, like you say, if there's somebody who isn't looked at like everybody else is, it's because they did something fucked up, and it has nothing to do with anything that they can't help.
If it's a problem with somebody, it's somebody that's from here.
Yeah,
and motherfuckers are upset.
Yeah, it is. Well, two is that I've always said that you can't judge a man or woman. You can't judge a person. But I'm so bad at being politically correct. But you can't judge a person by the religion they inherit or the skin that they inherit. You can't judge a person by that. Like, if I'm a Christian because my dad's a Christian, there's a lot of shitty Christians out there. But
absolutely.
I'm also white because both of my parents are white. There's a lot of shitty white people out there.
I'm white too.
Yeah, you can't. In
case y'all didn't know,
is a person can't, and I'm the same way. Like, you cannot judge a person by their skin color or by the religion that they've inherited from their parents.
And that's 100% true. And that's the same thing I say about racism. I don't know racism. That shit doesn't exist around me because I don't allow it to exist around me.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to be a piece of shit, be a piece of shit, but don't be a biased piece of shit about something you don't know nothing about.
I don't know. You can't make the world okay with your, your weird. What's the word I'm going for? You can't make the world cater to your weird fucking tendencies or your weird thoughts or what you think the world should be.
Well, we'd never get anywhere.
Yeah.
We all have to agree on a common ground.
Yeah, exactly. And there's not a lot of that's been going down, honestly, until fucking Donald Trump became president. Because one thing that people can agree on, with whether they voted for the guy or not, is that he's probably not, I don't know, he should be fucking tweeting, for one.
Well,
at least people can agree on
things are improving.
Things are improving.
The state of this United States is improving, and on a grand scale, we're getting back to where we should be in relation with the world.
Yeah,
motherfuckers ought to be scared of what we can do.
That is one thing that Smitty actually said, that when we dropped that bomb, it was like pretty much America walked back in the locker room.
You damn
and
right.
dropped that dick again.
Yeah.
You know what? We got, here it is.
You want to fuck around?
Here it is.
We fuck around too.
Yeah. I mean, and he said, all right, how do you feel about this? I want to get your take on this shit. How do you feel about what he said?
With the nuclear button
about
shit?
The button. Yeah. How do you
He's
feel
a
about
fucking
that?
idiot. I mean, it's just...
Yeah.
He's supposed to be somebody that's respected and looked up to, and I respect him. All right, I get that. But what the fuck, dog? Like, why?
What the fuck? Dude, seriously.
I don't get on that shit, bro, and I ain't nobody.
You can't do that. It's one thing that
It is funny.
It
is funny.
But do you want humor out of this position?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah,
like, that shit's real, dog.
You're right. This is like they're playing checkers, and
you want to fucking die,
with people.
Dude, man, they ain't gonna fucking hit us.
Dude, that's one thing that's true. Is I know that people out there who get worried about somebody attacking us, and yes, it is possible.
You seen the video of the dude pranking his dad?
How?
Oh man, look this shit up, dude. It's this black guy pranks his dad about the end of the world.
All right.
Have you not seen that shit?
Nah, but I'm gonna pull it up,
dude.
Here.
All right. So, dude pranks his dad about the end of the world. He pulls it up on his Xbox. It's like something that he can do on his Xbox, and it pulls up, and it's like the noise and everything. Starts it out, and it's like a nuclear attack has been launched, and it starts naming cities off.
Guy pranks dad.
End of the world.
But what I was saying is people that get upset and afraid that we're going to be attacked, and yes, we could very well be attacked. But I'm here to tell you that I was telling Peaches earlier, and this is a stat I found on the Newsroom, the show on HBO, which is accurate, that America spends more money in defense than the following 26 countries on that list combined. We're number one in the world. And the next 26 countries combined don't spend what we do on defense.
Well, we went down for a while, and that fucked us up, man. We need to be the deciding factor in the world. You know, we don't need to step into everybody else's business, but at the end of the day, we need to be able to say, hey, man, fuck that shit. You can't do that. You know, I don't know if that makes sense to you. You know, like, Israel and Palestine is always going to be fighting. That's the thing. Now it's like a thing for us to try to pick what the capital of whichever the fuck one of them it is. You know, no, man. Leave that shit alone. You got to leave shit alone when leaving alone is due. But you can't let nobody bully the fucking world, but we don't need to be the bully neither.
Yeah, we don't need to be the mob of the world. We don't need to be the fucking...
Well, it's getting where people are pissed off at us. You know, like, random-ass countries are like, oh, man, we ain't riding with them no more. You know, that's fucked up. Like, that's kind of how I live down here. You know, I fucked up enough for people like, man, fuck that dude.
Well, just...
Can't fuck with him no more.
Just like I said, man, people see what they're shown.
Type in nuclear attack. Guy pranks dad nuclear attack.
That one?
Yeah.
The Batman shirt.
This shit's fucked up. This is some shit that would fucking freak me out.
Daddy! Daddy! Turn on the TV!
This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
It's an emergency alert system. What's
that shit's fucked up. I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
Get your clothes on. Let's go to the casino. Hey, we finna die. We gonna go see if we can make some money.
We gonna go till we make some money.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, that's fucked up.
I've never seen no shit like that before. Like, you can pull up on your Xbox at the end of the fucking world's going down. I'd have been hit people with that shit.
That's funny.
I was gonna say, you can probably look some videos up on Prison Now. Them motherfuckers are stabbing the shit out of each other.
When you first started talking about a pill line is when I wanted to record. I was like, dude, this is interesting. Like, this is something that only people from inside would know. So, like, I don't know. It interested me that you talked about a pill line. Why don't you tell the good people of the world what a pill line is?
Well, anybody who gets medicine in any facility, you go to pill line.
You said even if you need Neosporin, right?
Even if you need Neosporin, if
water?
you can, no, I'm good. Even if you can buy ibuprofen and Tylenol on your canteen, but it's 25 cents for 2 pills. But if you say you get bit by a spider, or you split your finger open because it's cold, or whatever, if you need Neosporin or ibuprofen or anything like that, you have to pay $5 to get medical attention, and it's going to take you 3 weeks to get that medical attention. So by the time they show up, you don't need shit. So you just tell them, hey, just let me get some ibuprofens. And then you take ibuprofen for like 2 weeks. And that's your $5 worth of needing medical fucking assistance.
So you just got ibuprofen now, and just in case you get...
Well, it's like shit. I paid $5 for this shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'll work out. I'll take some ibuprofens and loosen my muscles up and shit, you know. But I ripped that fucking thumbnail off.
Fuck.
And they gave me, hell, I don't know what the hell it was, and a damn antibiotic for 3 weeks. Whatever, it was like supposed to be some kind of damn non-narcotic pain pill.
Huh. So pretty much just, and I don't know if you said it earlier, if I thought it, but do they just give you shit and that whatever it is, like sometimes it looks the same, but they'll tell you it's different shit, like...
Yeah, they're just giving you shit.
Yeah, like it don't matter what it is, they just tell you whatever, it's this.
Well, what they're trying to do is program you just to take whatever they give you.
Yeah.
You know, just here you go.
Now, have you noticed any kind of weird shit that happens to people in there? Like maybe if they try to experiment on somebody by giving them something weird and seeing how they react to it, or have you ever noticed anything weird like that?
No, it ain't no experimentation. The shit they're giving people is fucking melting their brains. Like people that are on behavioral, like whatever,
yeah,
you know,
like
whatever the fuck.
Drugs.
Yeah, whatever that shit is. I mean, that shit's hardcore, man. Like,
yeah, you were saying there's like people that just like stare at the floor all day, or
yeah, you have no idea where you are. You know, if you go to prison, it's people by the damn 50s at a time.
Now, do you think that maybe they do shit like that to people who are a problem, like people who
you can ask for it too.
Much?
You know, you can ask for it too. You can say that you're fucking crazy, and that's what you get.
Oh fuck! I don't need to go to jail because I'm definitely crazy.
You know, fuck. They know I'm crazy. They don't fuck with me though.
I don't want them. I don't want any kind of pills. I don't like to take shit. I'd rather be who the fuck I am and just.
Well, if you see the fucking end result, you don't want that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm gonna plead insane because I fucked up. No,
Yeah.
man, you fucked up, dog. Be a man.
That's what we were just talking about outside earlier. Just fucking honesty. It takes a whole life of being honest to be called honest, and one lie to be a liar. Just
be a fucking man, dude.
Own up to whatever the fuck you do.
You know me, man. I get in trouble. If you catch me red-handed fucking up,
you got me.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
Give me my fucking days. I ain't paying you no money.
Nah, y'all. But for real, the reason it's funny, and I know that it's not funny, but we were talking about it earlier. Peaches, how we couldn't decide whether it was 6 or 8 times last year.
I don't know, man. It was probably fucking 8. Shitty as that is.
But oh yeah, what I was going to ask you earlier too, though, is when you go in and you say you see some of the same fucking people, what's the people that are in there for the longest amount of time? Do they get pissed off when they see people that just get in and go out, like just come and go, or is
No,
it
it's all a fucking joke, man. Like it's literally a fucking joke.
Huh?
You know, you go to jail, it's like, what's up, dog?
Yeah.
You know,
Your ass again.
here we go again.
I'm back.
You know, and I mean, it's kind of fucked up because you got a lot of people that are fucked up on drugs, man.
Yeah.
Like
Real shit.
for real. You know, and then you got a lot of homeless people, and then you get this time of year where it's like, shit, man, I'm better off in jail.
Yeah, because at least it's warm.
Warmer,
Yeah.
you know?
Now, I don't want to just move past the drugs thing. Do they? I don't know. My uncle had been in and out of prison his whole life. He's been out for like 2 Christmases, as far as I could remember in my life.
That's shitty.
And yeah, and I'm fucking 31. But that being said, he always talks about, man, the shit inside is so much better than the shit outside. And he said it's easier to get. Do you find that to be true? Like that people are more easily, like you can get drugs easier, like people who want drugs, it's easier to obtain in jail. Is that true or not?
In prison, not in the county jail.
Yeah, obviously not in fucking county jail, but oh well, shit. Well, what if there's people in the county jail that like have problems? Do you see a lot of fucking like crazy meltdowns in there with like people who don't like withdraw through shit?
Well, I mean, that's kind of where the fucked up part about it is if people are fucked up on heroin,
Yeah,
because you know even Xanax too. That's a real big detox for people as well. Mm-hmm. Or methadone or any of that shit. You know, like if they can't get that shit, that's a real big deal. So if they tell when you come in, it could be 10 or 12 hours, 14 hours, you get checked out by the nurse to kind of figure out where you're at.
yeah,
You know, because they don't want you to be like, realistically off the fucking deep end, where you kill yourself.
yeah.
Because, that's like, for a lot of people, that's pretty much the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and also I would probably think that since there's all this police brutality shit's been going on, it would probably be so that they wouldn't be able to blame any sort of physical thing on.
Well, for the record, I get the shit kicked out of me by the police every time I get locked up.
Really, just is
For
that
the
real?
record. Yeah.
You get the shit kicked out of you.
You know that shit, dog.
I don't know. It's like I swear to God, I didn't know that for sure. I didn't know that they like kick the shit out of you all the time.
I got a red flag on me. So we good.
Red flag.
Fuck the police.
Yeah, fuck. That's crazy. So so if you got a red flag, that means that they literally just kind of.
Well, either you're a flight risk or a fight risk. You're either going to buck up or you're going to run.
And
either way,
and you're not a runner.
they're about to fuck you up. Oh no, I'll run too. But now I'm getting too old for that shit, so I just bow up, and it's kind of like a damn peacock. I'm like, just leave me alone. But it don't work like that.
Never worked like that.
Fuck no.
That sucks, man.
Well, they're fucked, dude. Like, I ain't a bad guy.
Yeah, I've had a lot of experience with a lot of people, and I've noticed that people who end up doing the jail thing generally are good fucking people that catch fucking bad breaks.
Well, you don't know nobody that does the jail thing like I do the jail thing.
That's true. And not to feed into any sort of weirdness, but it's quite impressive.
Well, I can handle it.
Well, yeah, and I think I don't know. There's something to be said that if you do something and they're going to try to just pull a shitload of fucking dollars out of your ass that nobody fucking has, then
I'll do 12 days off 30.
yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit? It ain't nothing to me. I'll
See y'all
see you in
motherfuckers
a
later.
couple weeks. Fuck you. And I mean, I don't know. I kind of admire that kind of don't give a fuck. That's kind of funny.
Well, it's not that, you know. It's shitty that I can live like that, you know. But
Well,
that's how. That's what I grew up doing. So it is what it is. But like, I could get along with Phil, you know, and Brooke.
oh yeah,
You know, that's what it is about here, man. You got fucking people that ain't got a motherfucking worry in the world.
yeah. I mean, there definitely is. The melting pot is for real in this inlet.
But
All walks of life.
a handshake is a real fucking handshake around people around here.
Yeah, that's right. And God, I wonder, and that's interesting that you say that. I wonder what the difference is around here than everywhere else. Like, there's a lot of fucking. I don't go a lot of places because I don't care to. I mean, I do most of my traveling mentally, and I don't really see me benefiting a lot from moving around a whole bunch. And I may, but I just don't see it. But I wonder what it's like out in the rest of the world. Like, if people are actually just honest with each other, if people are like, a friend is really a friend and not just somebody who is using you being around as a benefit to something agenda that they have. Or I don't know. People are real. People tend to be.
I think if you go to a big city, like, a friend is a real friend because there's so many people. You know, like, you dedicated that time to that person.
Yeah,
to be
shit,
a
I
friend
guess you're
to.
right.
You know? Where, like, here, you could be around 15 people, man. Like, 5, 6 of them really got your back. The other ones, they'll be talking shit about you behind your back.
Oh, dude, that's
You know?
Merle's Inlet's favorite hobby is talking shit.
He ain't going to say that shit to my face.
Merle's Inlet's favorite shit is talking shit. No, dude, I have
Everybody
a lot of
knows
people-
everybody's shit, man. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to know that shit.
Yeah, and I don't know. We were talking earlier too about this shit. Like, a lot of people will call me an asshole. Like, a lot of people will label me as an asshole because I am.
You're an asshole,
But
you're honest.
Exactly. I'm
So,
fucking honest. I'd rather
I
be
mean-
an honest asshole than a fucking piece of shit that everybody likes.
Sweet liar.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. I'd rather be a good dude on the inside and a dick on the outside than reverse that.
No, you know I'm fucking brutally honest.
Dude, and I that's what I was saying earlier, man. Like, it's that you said some things about yourself, and I was like, don't be so hard on yourself. Talk about, like, be an asshole, because that's what I mean. There's honesty in that.
Well, and you know I've always been good. You know,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I always got everybody's back.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, when that
exactly
dude pulled a gun up there and shit, it's like, what the fuck you doing, dog?
not around. Yeah, I remember that.
You know, I mean, and you do the same thing too.
Yeah,
You know, like I fully trust you, no matter what, man. Like, you know,
yeah, man. I mean, we've been there, done that, bro. Fucking
even coming home from Little River,
fuck, dude.
the goldfish.
That was a motherfucker. We killed a bag full of goldfish on the way back, just rolling around in the fucking.
Man, I bought the
floorboard.
fucking aquarium. I killed him after the fact, but I bought the damn aquarium and everything for him.
Yeah, I remember, dude. The next day, man, all them goldfish turned up dead, man. All right, dude. All right, so
I told her I was
backstory on
going to
that.
eat them. I should have just ate them.
Backstory on that. We do Cornbread. The band that I'm in does this big festival up in Little River one year.
It's awesome. Y'all check it out.
Yeah, it's a Blue Crab Festival and then the Shrimp and Jazz Festival. Well, Peaches accompanied us up there one year, and I mean, it's
Oh,
just
it's Kelsey's date.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Pretty much a big fucking shit show.
We got a sweet ass hotel room.
Dude, there was a fucking dude. We were supposed to be me and Peaches and Adam's fucking uncle, but Adam's uncle didn't show up. So me and Peaches are like in the fucking whatever you call it, the lobby of this fucking hotel. Neither one of us have a fucking credit card, and we're trying to get into our room, and they won't let us in our fucking room because we don't have a fucking credit card to charge.
I tried to pay them cash, $400
Yeah,
to
we was
let us
like-
in the room. They wasn't having us in there.
No, not at all.
I had dreadlocks. Kelsey had long hair and a beard.
Yeah,
They
we
wasn't
did
having
not
that.
look. Yeah, we just did not look like the kind of people who were legally trying to get into this room, which was paid for, by the way.
And then I said, if you broke something, I'd give them enough money to pay for it. So that kind of shit us too.
Yeah, because then they were like, "Oh fuck, these dudes are just gonna get up here and kick the shit out of this hotel room and do drugs." Because I know, I mean, that's what we look like. But thank God there were these fucking people who saw my band at the fucking festival. Were staying at this
wine
hotel.
slushies.
It's wine slushies. They were wine slushy people, and it was this couple. They were real fucking cool people. This dude was like, "Hey man, I don't have a card, but my girlfriend might." He ran outside, got his girl's card, came back in. They let us use their fucking card to charge the room, or just to let us in our room
For the deposit.
And dude, I swear to God, we got in our room and then ended up fucking sitting down outside all fucking night, just smoking cigarettes with these fucking people till the morning
Them
came.
and the Marines and everybody.
Dude,
was out there
yeah, that's
raising
right.
hell.
These Marines showed up, and that was a fucking crazy
Got
ass
the
fucking
cheeseburger from the
weekend.
gas station, dude. We got
Dude, burritos got fucking
that was
royally.
before lit was lit.
That was before lit existed. That's
Hey,
right.
We tore that shit.
That was
up.
before lit was lit. But
dude, old boy said, "Hey, y'all can hang out back there by the pool if you want to." Fuck you. We
fuck you, we kind of want to hang out in the front. He was like,
He's pissing in the bushes. The Marine guy.
He passed out in the bushes. Like they all went upstairs and he was laid in the bushes, passed the fuck out. And shit, what did we? That a pizza showed up and we tried to buy the pizza from the dude. It was for somebody else in the hotel.
You had cheeseburgers. I remember that. When
We
got
did-
up
we
there,
did
you
go
had
get-
fucking gas station cheeseburgers.
We did go get
up there.
gas station cheeseburgers. That was back when I was still drinking heavily.
Yeah, man. That dude. I'm glad you don't drink no more, but we had some fucking awesome times.
Dude, I was a champion.
Shooting pool, man. That's what I tell everybody all the time. I'm like, man, when this pool, because everybody's always like, fuck this pool table.
Hey, I knew that motherfucking pool table. I could
grew up
work
on
that
this pool
fucking
table.
lean. I could work
grew up
that
on this
fucking
pool
lean.
table.
No shit. Like, damn, I was the one that put the fucking coaster under the leg. But nah, man, that was fucking. Those were some good times, man. We just get.
We all split that
fucking-
turkey leg.
Dude, we got a turkey leg, and everybody got a bite off of that fucking turkey leg.
And
Like
old
everybody
boy
had.
with the wine slushies. That's how we got the credit card swiped.
That's right. Holy shit. We got the credit card. We shared a turkey leg with this dude. And he was like, "Hey, man, I took a bite out of your turkey leg." And I was like, "Don't say that shit so loud, bro. That sounds fucking
Old
weird."
boy had his shirt off. He's like, I'll swipe a card for you.
Yeah, he's like, "Hold on a minute." It was this girl's card. He had to go out there and get it. We had to, like, tell these people, "Hey, if you see me, if we fuck up anything in this room tonight, you see me in the morning, like..."
But we had the sweet. We had the badass fucking
We
pack.
had dude, we walked across the street to that fucking
To that
random ass bar. It got twice as fucked up. Then got a cab, big tuna.
You gotta call a cab.
He got to call a cab. Went to fucking Pirates Cove. I don't know, but other than taking a trip down fucking memory lane, I was fucked up. I'm
Go to the
surprised.
Little River Blue Crab Festival.
I'm surprised I remember all that shit. But, dude, you were fucked up talking about, "I'm going to go knock on every fucking door in this hall." I was like, man, don't fucking do that shit. We barely got into this room anyhow.
Well, fucking, she was a lady. She's like, "What are you going to do with these goldfish?" I said, "I'm going to eat them on the way home."
Yeah, Susanna bought. Well, no, did she
Won them.
She won the goldfish.
Won them on that fucking game, dude. And I won like one. You know, she's like, "What are you going to do with them?" "I'm going to fucking eat them." Oh,
Make sushis. Make little goldfish sushis.
Oh, man. Then I
Dude,
passed the fuck
dude,
out.
he did. Smitty drove back home, man. Peaches passed out in the fucking back seat with a fucking lap full of just a goldfish bag rolling around in
Like
his lap.
Straight out the fair.
Yeah, I swear to God, dude, straight out of it. That was fucking funny.
No. Dude, that second day, that's what it was. I was drinking Bloody Marys with Dickie.
Oh, Jesus.
With Dick Martin.
Who?
Dick Martin, Motorcycles. Eric Martin's dad. Me and Eric and his dad and old lady and his dad's old lady and all of them were over there at
Oh, shit.
whatever that bar is right there on the water.
Yeah, fucking.
And I drank like 6 or 7 Bloody Marys.
Fuck, that was crazy.
And then started drinking Wild Turkey 101.
Dude, and y'all, when you go up the Little River and take shots, a shot's a motherfucking shot. Like down in the inlet, they do half shots. You can do like 2 4-ways.
They
up
try
in
to
Little
get you
River,
like that.
up in Little River, they don't do no 2 4-ways. You get fucking 2 full fucking shots. Like I mean, to the top line.
Well, it's a good time.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
it's a fucking good time. I don't know, man.
If they
It
have
was-
wine slushies, it's a good time.
I was there. I mean, there's the last time I was there, fucking drunk. I got so drunk, I took my shirt off and stapled it to the fucking ceiling, and it's still
At
there.
Pilot House?
Oh yeah, it was the she wants
Fuck
the
yeah,
D-cord.
that's a good retirement.
She wants the D-cord. I didn't know it was going to be the last time I was drinking, but it was.
Well, I like you the same either way, man, but I'm glad for you. I mean,
Yeah, man.
health-wise, you know.
Health
That
wise,
shit makes a big fucking difference, dude.
I was taking in a lot of. Dude, I tell you something that not a lot of people know about when you quit drinking is your body's so used to the sugar that you become like, holy shit, candy. You just want candy
Honey
and
buns.
sweets and sodas and just anything
Honey
sweet
buns.
sugar. Your body, honey buns, is that the one?
Or Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that'll do
Sweet
it.
bread.
Dude, sweet bread. I could eat a fucking.
Any sweet bread.
Dude, the sweet bread's the one. I could eat a whole fucking loaf of that Hawaiian shit.
Well, man, I mean, shit, dude, I weigh, right now, I probably weigh 163 pounds. I lost 12 pounds going to jail because everything's cooked in water. So you're not retaining any weight. Everything.
Does everything taste like shit in jail?
Nah, man. I mean, you got shit that really tastes good.
What's the best food in jail?
They call it a brake pad, which is fucked up, but I mean, it's like a meat patty.
It's like Salisbury steak?
It,
Like Mr. Meat?
It really wants to be a Salisbury steak, but it ain't.
But that's the best thing?
But it's fucking good. It's fucking real good.
Dude, the sincerity in this nod that I believe that it's a tasty dish.
It's the real deal, man. They say Jay Rubin's got little food, but they got good food. So, I mean, that's a lot to be said for that. I would prefer Darlington's food.
His Darlington County. Holy shit, Darlington County.
Hey, that country ass damn jail got it going on. They got it going
DC.
on.
They got, what is that
Real
where the
eggs.
best break? The real eggs?
Real eggs and cheese in the grits.
No, real, like a slice of cheese?
Man, look, I didn't know nobody in Darlington. I met a dude in Darlington that's still a good friend of mine today. We fucking thugged it out, dude. We had it going on, dude. We had it going. I mean, and it was him. You know, I didn't know nobody, but he knew the dude that, because I got in a fight. Like, shit got fucked up. I went to jail for 9 days till I could go to court. I got time served and went home. That was when I told you that I walked 37 fucking miles.
You walked 37 miles
From Darlington back to this side of Francis Marion.
God damn. That's a long fucking walk, man.
When I stopped at TV Road. I told you about that shit.
Shit, yeah. Dude, I don't know, man. I used to be
And they're Crocs.
in the jail Crocs.
Yeah, because they give you Crocs at least. They don't give you flip-flops. And so, I didn't even have a fucking shirt, man. My roommate gave me his shirt. Because I was like, dude, I'm getting the fuck out of here. As soon as they open the goddamn door for me, I'm out. I ain't fucking
That's
staying.
a long fucking walk, dude. You got to walk all the way past the fucking racetrack.
Buddy, the racetrack's early in that shit.
Yeah, you got to walk all the way past the racetrack and then
Down
the fucking
521 or whatever
then
the fuck to the damn
sale.
I-20 or
Yeah,
whatever.
shit. Did you just walk straight?
I'll walk down the fucking interstate. I just followed the damn signs of Myrtle Beach, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, they was like, you should have walked the back roads. I was like, fuck that shit,
Were you
dude.
trying to thumb it?
No, because I thought that shit was illegal.
Oh. Huh.
I think it is illegal.
I
I
don't
think
fucking know,
it's
man.
like one of them gray area things where like, as long as nobody calls on you for,
Yeah.
you'll be all right. But
Oh, yeah, but shit, people got cell phones now. They'll see somebody walking down the side of the road and just think,
I just wanted to fucking go home. You know?
how'd you end up? Who picked you up at TV Road?
No, I went to TV Road and stayed at the fucking truck stop for the night. I went to there's that
the
fucked
Iron
up
Skillet?
Yeah, there's that fucked up hotel.
Bro,
across
that's
the
where
street.
I met Stephen King.
No fucking way.
Dude, the Iron Skillet, when I was a kid, Stephen King was eating at an Iron Skillet with his laptop computer when I was, like, before anybody had a laptop computer. And just sitting there. And I mean, showed me a fucking video feed of his house. And I don't have confirmation that it was him, but it was fucking him. It was, who else? And I look back at the time, he likes to go and site write. He likes to get down into the area of where he usually writes from. So,
I'm sure there's some weird ass shit out there.
Well, I was looking back, and during that time that I think I would have met him, he would have been writing The Green Mile. And if you listen to The Green Mile, there's a lot of fucking redneck fucking language just used in there. A lot of fucking country people. Sounds like when you listen to The Green Mile, people talk like they talk around here, don't they?
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like even if you go 20 minutes from here is real country.
Oh, yeah. Well, down here, it's diluted as fuck.
You know, I mean, it's just so many people from everywhere down here. You can't, you know.
My folks, I sound like a hick right now, I think, but my folks pick on me. They say I sound like a city folk.
My people say the same shit, man. Like I work with people from Long Island.
Because I say Windows Media Player instead of Windows Media Player. I'm weird. I'm strange. But I don't know. Either way, but what we just TV Road, the fucking Iron Skillet.
Well, there's a hotel across the street from there.
Yeah.
And they got that bar in there and all that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so fresh out of jail.
That's in Quinby.
9 days. Is that where it is?
Yeah.
It is. That is the most fucking black hole city I've ever been in my whole life.
It's right there next to like a fucking big cat Mack truck joint.
It's all construction. All over there. There's road dividers and orange things and cones and shit everywhere. So I'm like, motherfucker. So I get over there, and then there's the hotel. So I'm like, shit. Well, when I get out of damn Darlington, they give me a check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up. Like, I don't have no cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have...
They took what you had and wrote you a check for that amount?
Well, they mailed the check to my house.
What? They really did that? They took your belongings and sent you a check for...
They mailed my check to my house. They didn't take my belongings. I got in a fight. I didn't have a shirt and shoes on. But they mailed my money to my fucking house over here on Macklin.
Now, what did you get money for?
For the money that I went in there with.
Oh, so they did take your cash.
Either way, it wouldn't have been enough to get from Darlington to fucking Myrtle Beach in a cab.
Yeah.
But it would have been. I could have bought a fucking pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know? And so I'm walking, man, like, fuck, dude, at least I made it out. You know, because I got into some shit right before I got out with this black lady that worked there.
Yeah.
And she fucked me over, and I had to stay till 6:30. I was supposed to get out at 12 o'clock. So I get out, and I know
what time of year was this?
It's in the end of the springtime, so it's getting ready to get dark when I get out. Yeah. Like, I got, like, 2 good hours of walking.
Shit, I remember that. I just can't remember what fucking time of year it was.
Yeah, because I went with...
I remember. Well, he's the only one that I know from Darlington.
Motherfucker. And, dude, and it was all fucked up. Like, we was all, you know, like, fighting and shit in the yard.
Yeah.
Like, we went to the bootleg and bought liquor from an illegitimate place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a recipe for a disaster. And I choked out.
Did he still have the cutlass back then?
Yeah, but this was like right before he got really cut. It was like right about that time. And he told me when we went, he's like, man, don't start no shit with my friends. I was like, it kind of make me feel like your friends are going to start shit with me. You know, like, I'm just going up there, man. Like, I ain't fucking with nobody.
Yeah.
You know, we went to Apple Annie's in Florence.
I got to play there next month.
Had a fucking great time, dude.
Wholesales.
Hey, they're selling something.
Dude, hey, Apple Annie's ain't bad. It's a shitty time slot. 10 to 2 sucks, but it's always...
There's some very beautiful women up there, if I do say so myself.
Bro, Florence holds a fucking pretty high standard when it comes to females. There's a lot of very fucking hot...
Shitty thing about that is you think them country girls are supposed to be married by now, so what the fuck they've been doing for the last 3 to 5 years?
Oh, yeah, you're right, though. But, dude, Francis Marion brings the heat. You got them fucking 5th, 6th year seniors that just never figured out what they wanted to do with their degree.
It's a career.
Yeah. Like, what you do? Like, you work at Redbone Alley and you go to school, girl. I like that shit.
A bartender? Because I know you make some good money.
Like, shit, let me get some of them Bermuda Triangles, girl. Holler at me some shrimp and grits.
Boy, oh boy.
Best shrimp and grits in the world, ladies and gentlemen. You know what, man? Dave's Dockside. Richard's at Dave's Dockside. Fucking great. And I haven't had Red Bone Alleys in a long time. Red Bone Alley in Florence was always my number one spot for fucking Shiver Grizz. That was the first place I ever got a check written to me for playing music was from Red Bone Alley.
I like Reds and Isle of Palms for the simple fact that they do a Low Country Boil.
Is it yellow grits?
No, Low Country Boil. It's the corn and sausage.
Yeah, I get you. Those corn and
clams
shrimp.
And shit. Everything. What do they call it? What do they call it? Other shit too. Frogmore stew.
Frogmore, yeah. That's what that inland. The further inland that you go, it becomes Frogmore stew, other than Low Country Boil.
If you can put it all in a fucking pot and we can eat it at the same time, I'm down.
Yeah. But dude, I digress. So, how'd you end up getting back? How'd you end up getting back to the beach from TV Road?
Oh, dude, I stopped at TV Road because it was like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was walking down I-20.
That's Garth Brooks song.
No, man.
3:30 in the morning.
No.
Not a soul in sight. The city's looking like a ghost town on a long summer night.
Man, nobody wanted to pick me up. Nobody wanted to pick me up.
I mean, Florence it's a long walk from Darlington to fucking Florence. Or Quimby, but fuck, that's a two hour drive from here.
Down that highway was fucked up because it was like, it wasn't really nobody, but, you know, like when somebody came by, I was like, fuck, dude, this is like, somebody's probably going to get out and try to fucking jump me. You know, like I'm a white dude walking down here right now.
Oh, shit.
You know, like, it was like that, dude. I didn't see a white person till I got to TV Road.
That might not be fucking...
I mean, it ain't the end of the world, but it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, everybody's like, what the fuck you doing? And then I'm wearing orange fucking Crocs, you know? And a white T-shirt that's like fucking hanging off me.
Yeah, that probably didn't look so good.
Man, I look like I just got out of jail.
So, I mean, what was your next encounter with a human like after TV Road?
I went to the gas station right there by Walmart in Darlington before I got to TV Road. And I asked the lady if I could use the phone at the gas station. And she gave me a free fucking fountain drink.
Oh, shit.
And let me use the phone to call my brother and tell him I was fucking heading home.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, all right, I'm going to see if I can find somebody to come get you.
Oh, shit. Get your free fountain drink. All right, but like...
So I got vitamin water, by the way. I got a vitamin water fountain drink mixed with the Sobe elixir.
Oh,
just a splash for energy.
No, shit, on a fountain? What kind of fucking fountain got Sobe energy drink?
The fucking Circle K's, dog. And they got the crushed ice and the regular ice.
Oh, fuck. Dude, Darlington and Florence, they got that gas station game on lock.
The lady was really fucking cool.
Can't buy beer on Sundays.
I give her a shout out if she ever fucking hears this shit. She got my heart. She did me good.
Gas station clerk coming through. So, all right.
She did.
So, you call your brother. He's got somebody going to try to come and get you. Did he ever find anybody?
Yeah, but it was because it was so late.
Yeah.
Right? By the time I got there, it was probably 9:30.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Right around there. So, it was like everybody had to work in the morning. Shit like that. Like, that's a fucking 2-hour drive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, to come get me.
That's an all-night thing if you got to work early.
Well, and my thing always is, like, if I fuck up, man, like, I'll work it out.
Yeah.
You know, don't feel bad. If I was with you, you don't owe me shit because I fucked up. Unless you fucked up, then you do owe me shit. Put some motherfucking money on my books and I'll write it out. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm cool. You know, so
yeah, exactly.
Like I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna fucking walk. You know, I'll get picked up in the morning shit. So I make it to TV Road and I'm like, I see the fucking hotel. So I'm like, yo, it might be fucked up thinking, but I'm like, man, if I tell this dude that I just got out of jail and I'm fucking walking to Myrtle Beach, he'll give me a room. You know, and then I'll just pay him back later, or it'd be fucking free. You know, whatever.
Maybe the stars have aligned.
Yeah, I mean, like, who's staying here?
Yeah, what are you going to gain by not trying?
And this is a decent
or
size.
lose by not
It's
trying.
a decent sized hotel.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it ain't like a 10-room fucking dive. You know, like there's some room in there. So I take off walking and shit, and I'm going around because, 'cause, I, would have thought that the damn office would have been at the front.
Yeah.
Right? office ain't at the front, so I'm walking down the side, and they got another building out the back and the pool over here, and I'm walking, and all of a sudden is 2 girls and a dude are just like in my shit. And
Like people who don't work there?
no, just people, right? And the girl's like, hey, what do you want to do, or some weird ass shit like that, you know? And the dude's like this.
Oh, man, just fucked up.
So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like, nah. You know,
Yeah, I
I
don't
just
want no
got
part
out
of
of
that.
fucking jail. I ain't doing this shit right now. So I fucking go down and bust a left and come back up, and I see where the office is and shit, and it's like, it's just some sketchy ass shit. Like, it's like what your parents told you about growing up, like place you don't want to
go
be
there.
at. You know, don't be here. You know, so I go across to the gas. I'm like, and at this point, I'm just fucking wigged out. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, obviously, if you get geeked out people fucking...
And I've already walked 17 miles. I'm just like, dude, I just need to fucking sit down. You know, like I don't need that shit. You know, I got off the road because the whole thing was, I was like, man, it's going to be fucking 18-wheeler drivers that's been driving for a day, or drunk as fuck people that's been, you know, just hit the fucking road.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to die.
Exactly.
You know, I want to go home. And so I go to the gas station, and the first thing I say, I'm like, holy, it's like fucking Kevin McAllister, you know, on Home Alone 2. It's
Yeah,
like, it's a whole nother world out there.
Yeah, shit.
And
you
they,
don't know what
and they
you're
were
missing.
weird as fuck, dude, but they were so cool. Like, they
The gas station people or the...
it was 2 dudes, and a black dude was sitting in a truck outside. And I know he had weed on him because he was fucking with a blunt over and over and over, you know. And I was just like, dude, like, I just don't want no trouble.
Yeah.
You know, like, I just want to go home. You know, like,
The long journey home.
dude. And then I hung out with them for a while, and dude was like, yo, if you go over to where the Iron Skillet is, it's a truck stop. He's like, yo, there's it's like a movie theater in there. You can go sit in there and crash out like they'll never know the difference.
Dude, there totally is.
And then
It shows random, like, bullshit.
I had the remote, dude. I watched Sports Center.
That's fucking crazy. So, gas station. There's a dude rolling a blunt outside. Did you get to smoke a blunt with the dude outside?
No, I wasn't fucking with nobody. I was just so fucking over it, dude. That's a fucking long enough walk to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude, I was just so fucking over everything.
So after you got the remote to the fucking movie theater TV,
It was kind of bullshit because it wasn't recliners. You know, it was just like
just chairs.
metal chairs with the fucking,
Yeah.
you know, cushion on top of it. But I mean, I made it work. And I was like, you know what, dude? I'm going to ask a truck driver if they're heading towards Myrtle Beach. Like, you're on I-20, man. It's like, that's a pretty good fucking chance one of y'all
Yeah.
motherfuckers is going to Myrtle Beach. And dude was like, yeah, man, like, my insurance company won't let me do that. So I was like, whatever, you know, like, I ain't going to...
There probably is a lot of random bullshit about
Well, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to solicit nobody. Like,
Yeah.
I'll give it one shot,
If it don't work,
back on the fucking road.
yeah, I hear you.
You know, and then I walked all the way to this side of Francis Marion University, and this dude picked me up. Man, I thought he was going to be weird as fuck, for real. Like, he started saying some weird-ass shit right off the rip. And then I don't know, man, like, it got fucking, like, it was just so fucking bizarre. Like, because he asked me, he's like, you ain't been fucking hitchhiking? I was like, no, man, I think that shit's illegal. You know, like, you
Yeah.
can't solicit, that's solicitation. Like, you're not a prostitute, but you're soliciting. You know, you're
Yeah, I guess-
soliciting
I
a
guess you're
fucking
right,
ride. You know? And he's like, you hungry? Nah, man, like, I'm beyond hungry right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in the fucking walking mode, you know? I love a water.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker gave me a banana.
I mean,
And it was the best banana I've ever had in my whole life.
potassium, dude.
I could feel that shit going to all my muscles. Man, my fucking legs. 37-mile walk with like a
That's a lot of fucking...
2.5 hour break in the middle.
That's a lot of movement. So you only stayed at the thing for 2.5 hours?
Yeah, I stayed from 3:30 in the morning to like 5:30, 5:45 when the sun was coming back up. And I fucking took off.
So this dude stopped on the side of the road.
On 701.
Holy shit. So you
Outside
made
of
that
Marion.
far.
Yeah, dude, I made it to this side of Francis Marion.
Jesus. That's
Dude.
a long fucking walk, man.
I was hoping a cop would pick me up.
Because they sort of have to do something.
Take me to the end of your fucking jurisdiction and drop me off.
Yeah.
You know, like you're literally walking through the fucking woods.
Dude, there's animals out in that
I was
part
scared
of the
I was going to get bit by a fucking snake.
There's animals out in that part of the fucking world.
It was sketchy.
Fuck, man.
It was sketchy.
I don't know if I could imagine having to walk that far.
Well, if I'm telling you that, like, literally, I was fucking hoping that a cop would pull over.
Yeah, that's desperation right there.
Help me, dog. I walked the fucking bottoms off them Crocs. Dude, had fucking metal shit sticking all out the bottom of them from the damn metal treads and 18-wheelers and shit, dude. I could have fucked up real bad. They were like, yo, do you have a ride? I was like, yeah, but I'm going to wear these Crocs outside till they get here. They're coming from the beach. I'll put them right back by the door. And as soon as I got outside, buddy, I fucking took off.
It's like they ain't going to come after me for some fucking Crocs.
Fuck you and them Crocs. I'm going the fuck home, dog. I'm going back to the beach. Dude, court there was unreal, man. I never even seen the fucking judge. It was dude, like, you had like 14 chairs back here.
Yeah.
Of people from the street.
Yeah.
And then they had a little table over here, and it was 3 of us from the jailhouse. And then it was all state troopers over there.
So is this pretty much everybody who had done any kind of arresting to anybody who was there?
No, I think that I don't know what the fuck they were doing, dude. Like, I really don't even know what the fuck they were doing. And I was charged with disorderly conduct and pedestrian on the fucking roadway. Whatever the fuck it. I was like, dude, I'm from the fucking beach, man. We walk everywhere. I didn't know I couldn't fucking walk on the road. And like, you know how I walk, man.
Yeah.
I've been walking for fucking 12 years, dude. Like, I walk against traffic. I get off the fucking road if somebody's coming at me, which you don't have to do. You know, like, I don't want to get hit. I don't want to fucking die. I walk like I got some fucking sense to me.
Yeah, I know, man. You used to fucking walk from across the way down to Tito's all the fucking time.
All the time, man. Everywhere. You know, that's why when I ran from the fucking police down here, they couldn't catch me. Because I know this place, like the fucking for real, like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I love it. You know, and then these motherfuckers are all, where'd you come from? All this shit. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to tell you where I came from. You know, like, you know, in my mind, I literally had just gotten in a fight.
Yeah.
Over there, like, I'm not going to tell you to go. This is going to make it worse for me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's going to make it worse for everybody. Like, now these motherfuckers are going to get in trouble, too, because we're all drunk. You know, we're drinking fucking...
I see there's honor in that, not wanting to fucking bring down the crowd.
I mean, we're drinking pints from the bootleg and shit. Like, we're drunk, dude. Like,
yeah.
You know, we're drinking Paul Masson.
There ain't a whole lot of parties that I ever heard about in Florence or Darlington County that didn't get rowdy.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, you know? Like, that happened. And that's why old boy got pissed off and he fucking sucker punched me. And then I did what I had to do. And then I told him, you know, I'm going to walk down the road. When I come back, we'll figure out, you know, what's what.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to leave. You know, I ain't happy right now. You know,
best to remove yourself from the situation.
When I come back, you let me know if you want to continue this shit or if you're going to be cool. And I go to walk down the road and fucking end up in jail. 37 miles later, I'm here.
That's the most peaches story I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I got shitty luck, man. You know that.
Yeah,
I put myself in shitty situations, but
well, that story in particular is just fucking crazy, man. Like walking from so to tell you, it's from where he got out of jail to where he was picked up is 20 minutes in a car, 30 minutes in a car.
Easily.
There's interstates in which you can drive 70 miles an hour, and this is a 20-minute drive still in which you can drive 70 miles an hour for probably 2/3 of that drive.
It's pretty much like 1 3/4 counties, like almost 2 counties.
Fuck, that's just a lot of fucking and shit. You still 37
middle of nowhere.
That's the middle of nowhere, y'all.
A lot of time to think.
Dude, you could do some serious soul searching. Do you just Did you have enough time to like take a deep look at like fucking, you know, just pour into yourself, or was it just like, holy fuck, this is fucked up and I'm gonna die, or you know, or you just terrified?
I figured out about how many minutes it took me to walk a mile.
How many minutes you walk a mile?
3 minutes to walk a mile.
So a mile in 3 minutes.
You start counting steps, but there's so many steps.
Yeah.
You know, and then you start counting time. You know, you're like, all right, I've been walking for a minute. I've been walking for 5 minutes. You know, you fucking move, man.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I don't know, man. I couldn't do it. Of course,
Well, when you got to, you got to.
yeah.
You know?
Of course, I'm large.
That has nothing to do with it, man. You think about, you want to spend another night in jail, or do you want to fucking get the fuck out of there and get towards the house? You know?
I wouldn't do that. I would definitely choose not being there.
I'm getting towards the house.
That's crazy. So what, but this crazy dude that gave you the banana,
He was all right, man. He started out weird, but he turned out all right.
you know what, man? Sometimes maybe if it's somebody who's done that a few times, like maybe picked up people.
I don't think he did, man. I think he was just one of them, like, you know, totally random good Samaritans. You know, because like, even to the point where when it was like, all right, where are you going? I was like, dude, I'm going to fucking Garden City. You know?
How far was he going?
To 701 on 701 side of Conway, like once you get into Conway. And I was like, dude, just drop me off right there at the damn
Conway.
top of 701 and you can get back on 701, you know? A guy picked me up, has some marijuana rolled up, 2 blunts, picked me up at the Kmart in Conway.
That's when we picked up Homer on the way out of town usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I met a lady in the fucking dollar store right there that literally was like, God is going to bless your life. I'm going to buy what you want right now.
Man, you know that.
For real. An older black lady, dude, like straight the fuck up, dude. I don't know what her name was.
I love it. I love shit like that, man. I love it when
That's
people,
fucking real, man. Like,
I love it when people do that. Do good things because people do good things.
man, I don't have shit. And like, if I feel that you ain't doing all right, I'm going to try to make you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, this world's fucked up, dude.
I try to help people.
Everybody needs help, man. Like, I don't know, man.
But I don't know. I don't try to help people I don't try to help people so that people will know it. Like, I feel like I'll lose. I feel like if I help somebody and people find out about it, then I didn't do it right.
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean?
for the most part, you're always going to lose anyways.
Yeah. But I mean, you get
You
what
know,
I mean,
like,
though?
you help somebody out and you still lose.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, you did what you could do.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's my thing. Like, I sacrifice a lot of my time. You know, I'm not a money man. You know, like, I don't go spend a bunch of money on a bunch of shit. Like, if you're fucking with me and I got money and you're drinking, I'll buy you a shot.
Yeah.
You know, like, we'll get fucked up together. You know, we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, I will go, like, if you want to move, I'll help you move your shit. You know, like, I'll spend the fucking day with you.
That is a true test of if a friend is a friend.
Dude, I've moved a fucking piano with
A
somebody
real friend,
before.
a real friend will help you move.
Well, because you know that motherfucker's back's at the wall. I mean, that's how I'm moving. Where it ain't like moving on up to the east side.
If it ain't like that, oh man, that was a question tonight at trivia, by the way. Had to put these shows in order. It was weird. We wouldn't have gotten it, but
I'm good at trivia too,
dude. We do pretty well.
I just have a lot of random knowledge, you know.
Dude, I find myself randomly like I'll pull one out of my ass every now and again. Like somebody will it'll be a random ass question, and I'll be like, I don't know. I'll pull something out of my ass. I think it's Scandinavia. I don't know why the fuck I think that, but for some reason, this answer comes out of nowhere, and I feel like this is what it is. And every now and again, that shit'll be right. But
yeah, you're more lucky than me on that shit. Like, either I know, or I'm like, yo, I don't fucking know.
I know that this conversation is all over the board, but I think that's okay. But yeah, I think that's the key.
We haven't talked in a while, man. We haven't talked in a while.
The key to having a good game of trivia, I think, is realizing that somebody at the table, if you got a team of 4 or 5 people, somebody at the table knows the answer to every question that's asked.
I like 3.
3 people?
Three's a good number, man, for a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you think like even repack, like you and somebody in repack.
Why is repack to go to here?
I don't know, because he's a fucking idiot, but
God love
he's the
repack.
smartest idiot I've ever met in my whole life.
We love you, repack.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he'll fucking tear some trivia up, or
Dude,
he'll
you know,
argue the shit till the
repack-
motherfucking
nah.
wheels fall off.
Repack is if he knows something, he's passionate about it.
Or if he don't know and he's passionate about it, he's still passionate about it. But it's fucking all good. Because we all get it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, exactly. I don't know. I like to try to be the one that, because somebody at the table knows the answer. And if I hear somebody say something that seems like it'll lead somebody else to the answer, like, for instance, tonight, with that question about TV shows, Mr. Bill was playing with us, and Bill was like, I remember when I was blah blah living in New York, and this show was
45.
this show was on TV, and then somebody else at the table said, yeah, well, this one right here, they just released a blah 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 anniversary edition series, and then I was like, they were coming up with the answer, or pretty much through. They didn't know the exact time,
reasoning.
but yeah, deductive reasoning, exactly.
The shit with the damn anniversary is good. That's good thinking.
That's what I
That's
like.
somebody you want on your team.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I like to try to pull out of people. I'm like, dude, you if you have that answer somewhere in your head and you don't know it, but I like to try to get them to find it. I don't know. Our team's pretty fucking solid. We got a pretty good team.
Well, if you know it, you can explain it. You know, like how do you know this? You know, like even if I heard this shit last week.
That's the big thing. If Noah asked a question, we have a rule at our table. If Noah asks a question, somebody grabs the fucking paper and just writes something fucking down. Usually they know it. Usually that's right.
You better.
Yeah, if they grab the shit and write it down and take it in, like if somebody does that, I'm like, okay, I want to trust that person because they felt that confident.
You better
on
fucking
it.
know what that is. You
But
know, like
I would say 9 times out of 10, if somebody does that, it's right.
I haven't played trivia in a long time, man.
Trivia is fun, man. Our team's just.
Well, it's like being smart's fun.
I told my fucking sisters and they were like, "You gonna come up here and watch the championship game with us?" I was like, "Well, you know that's on Monday. You know that's trivia." And they're like, "Well, you can't skip trivia." I was like, "You know what my last name is? You think I'm gonna pass up the opportunity to prove to a room full of people that I might be smarter than them?
You damn right.
You think I'm gonna pass that up?" I'm not smarter than those people. The people that go to trivia are some of the smartest people in the fucking world, and I'm not at the top.
There's smart people everywhere, but he is smart.
I'm not
We're
close.
all smart here.
I'm not close to the top of that fucking list of smart people that go to that fucking trivia. Like they're
Well, it's
really
all relative,
just,
you know.
but
What do you know? Can you fix?
you can't
A
judge
flat
a
tire?
fish by its ability to climb a tree, can you?
I heard they can't climb trees.
I heard they can't climb trees. Fuck, man. But I don't know, man. That was we got to talk about trivia. Trivia is a fun thing. If anybody out there who randomly listens, find a trivia that goes on somewhere near you. Try to find one that isn't team trivia.
They do a lot of fun shit. You know, they'll do some that's dumb knowledge. Drink a beer for.
It's basically
random knowledge.
Trivia is random stoner knowledge with random actual questions. Like usually you can get, I don't know. Usually you could get. They don't ask like questions that only a physician would know or a fucking physicist. It's nothing crazy like that. They don't ask fucking questions that only geniuses could get.
They do sometimes.
Yeah,
But then nobody's happy.
yeah, exactly. Then nobody's happy.
But it'll give you something to talk about with your friends.
It does.
And
Me
so-
and Noah got in a fight over a trivia question. It was a baseball question because I pride myself in my baseball knowledge. Like, there's a lot of shit that I don't know a lot about, but baseball is not one of those fucking things. And there was a question in which the answer that Noah gave was Babe Ruth. But I know that Babe Ruth's wife is quoted as saying that he sat by the phone all until the day he died, waiting for a phone call to manage that never came. Noah asked the question, who was coached for 1 year at the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1938? And his answer was Babe Ruth. And I turned around and I was like, that is incorrect. Because Babe Ruth never coached. Well, I Googled it. Babe Ruth was a first base coach.
No, man.
For the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1938.
So it was right?
Well, listen. Yes.
Like on a technicality?
He got me on a technicality. I was like, dude, a first base coach don't count. He was like, are you telling me a first base coach don't count? And it's in the name. I was like, but dude, I love you, but that don't count.
Man, I remember like 7 years ago when we first started playing trivia over there, and I had dreadlocks and everybody was counting me out. And dude, I was fucking killing that shit, dude.
We won trivia a couple times with just three-man team back in the day.
We did.
It was me, you, and Tyler, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Who was it?
I feel like it was always somebody was an alternate.
Yeah.
You know, I think you were there every time.
I never missed a trivia.
But the other two of us was always like an alternate.
Yeah. I don't know. Trivia is fun. I believe that it keeps your brain sharp. Like if you just, and it also, it gives you a reason like to use deductive thought and like reasoning with people. And I'm not so good with communicating with people. Like I'm not the best at communicating with people, and it helps me with that. Like,
well, you really are when you play music. Like you're somebody that plays music that can interact with the crowd.
Yeah, but I know that this doesn't make a lot of sense. But when I don't have a guitar in my hand, I'm a completely different person.
And I get that because I know
you. Yeah, and you know, like, I don't know. Like when I've got a guitar in my hand, there ain't shit in this world that can stand up to me. But when I don't have a guitar in my hand, I'm about this tall. And you know that. I put myself in the back. I sit in a chair, in a director's chair in the back of my head and just let everything just play out.
I mean, we all do that to an extent. You know, like if you're not feeling good about yourself and like what you say, like if you don't have a guitar in your hands, then you don't feel confident. Like to me, if 100%. I'm not working, you know, I'm the same way. And I'm like, you know, I feel like,
yeah.
You know,
we were talking earlier. We were talking earlier just about the. I don't know if you've never met Peaches before. You probably don't. You probably just know him as the guy who hitchhiked back from Darlington. But dude, this motherfucker is probably the best I know at fucking pavers and such. And honestly, just just not necessarily just pavers, but just physical labor. I don't know another way to say that, but dude, you've always done really fucking good at like any sort of job like that required like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I live off that shit.
Yeah, like that's what am I trying to say? Like
I mean really anything physical.
Anything,
you know,
like physical labor shit, like
anything physical.
Yeah,
you know, like touching people, like I'm a hugger. You know, like everything. Like I'm physical. You know, I
physical.
You know, I am. Like if I go to
I'm not,
go to
man,
work,
I'm not a toucher.
Like I am, but I'm not. You know, like it's just
I'm not. I'm weird about it, man.
If you're weird, get the fuck away from me. You know, like I'm cool with who I'm cool with, but
I'm fine. I'm fine for a certain extent. Like if I see somebody that I hadn't seen in a while, what's up? Shake a hand, hug, whatever. But then again, like if it goes beyond that, I'm totally fucking Ron Swanson, where I'm just like, don't fucking touch me.
Well, it's like I don't mind holding the door open for you. You know, like I don't mind. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know, just don't come all up over here.
I don't like people up in my shit, man. I ain't never like that.
It just makes me nervous, you know?
Me too, man.
There's a bunch of weird-ass people out here.
There's a bunch of weird-ass fucking people everywhere, man.
Well, it's a bunch of sucker punchers is what it is.
It's fucking... You know what? That is like lying taking physical form.
Well, I never got in a fight in Tito's, I don't think. Maybe one time.
I don't know.
I fight outside.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, it's like it's a respect thing for everybody else. Like,
I don't know. I never liked to. I don't know.
You ought not to fight because you're too fucking big for that shit. You'll hurt somebody.
Well, I know. Well, see, this is the thing. I always used to just scare the shit out of people. That was my way of saying, you're going to calm the fuck down or you're going to have to deal with me, and nobody wants that. And that worked for the longest time at Tito's.
Man, shit changed down there now.
They ain't got nobody fucking sheriffing. There's not somebody walking around making sure that everybody's fucking cool. But that's getting into local shit that not a lot of people fucking on a main scale will give a shit about. But you're right.
Well, fuck y'all. We're looking out for our shit down here.
We are looking out for our shit in Merle's Inlet. And if people who listen to this are more than likely folks from around here anyway. And
it's a great bar. It's changed a little bit, but
Tito's is, you know what?
It's still a good time.
I love it, but it ain't, dude, it's almost like, dude, the Saban years were back then, dude. We're out of the Saban years now.
Man, it was straight dudes.
Dude, I don't know, man.
It was the clubhouse.
It was it was like the clubhouse. It was like you know those places where you see the dogs sitting around the poker table, smoking cigars, playing poker. That's what Tito's was, man. It was the happy hour crew.
It was all dudes of all different professions, and we all hung out together.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was
raised hell, and it was the rich motherfuckers that caused more shit than everybody else.
We got so fucked up back in the day, man. It was like just the boys fucking hanging out, getting fucking hammered as we could, like drinking literal bottles of liquor.
Wild Turkey 101.
Wild Turkey 101, man. Us fucking Henry Ford. Dude, we learned how to fucking drink. I might have to take that out.
Well, you can edit it, but a lot of people were doing that shit.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is that I'm gonna leave the fact that I said I might have to take that out just to let them wonder what we were just talking about that had to come out.
That shit went on for like 2 hours, man. They were doing shit. They had fucking then repack.
Let's just say there was a celebrity tossing around fucking dinner rolls up in the inlet.
There was a lot of local celebrities throwing dinner rolls too.
There was some local fucking celebrities. I got a text message from Nora motherfucking Byrne.
The fuck's he doing?
He's a vampire like me.
Yeah, I don't sleep too good. Dude, I had fucked up dreams last night. Fucked up dreams. It was real weird.
What you dreaming about, man?
Well, I dreamed that I was in prison and that I was supposed to be going to court with a bunch of other people. And we all had like our jumpsuits and shit on, and went up and they had a fucking swimming pool in the front.
Yeah.
So we was all hanging out in the fucking swimming pool waiting to go to court. And then like people had kids and shit, and then
you had a whole dream about everything you just talked about a while ago, all smunched up into one.
Yeah, dude, this was like 5 or 6 hour dream.
Now, all right, so the way dreams, I don't like that. That could have been just a thought that fast.
Like
you were in depth into this thing. You went.
I have fucked up dreams, man. Like I really have.
Are you a
lucid?
Dreams. Are you a lucid guy?
Yeah. Like especially if I don't smoke weed before I go to sleep.
That's what Joe Rogan said.
If he didn't fucked up dreams.
Joe Rogan said if he didn't get high before he went to sleep, he had the craziest dreams.
And like even smoking weed, like I'll still dream.
Yeah.
But
I tend to dream after I wake up and piss and then go back to bed. That's when I dream.
Well, they say you dream in like the lightest part of your sleep or whatever when you're still like semi-conscious.
Well, yeah, because that's the only way you can remember it. Because if you're sleeping deep enough,
I don't know, dude.
See, I guess sometimes if you're sleeping deep enough, maybe you've been dreaming the whole time, and you start remembering at a different point.
I think that I'm so hyperactive, that my brain works. Like even when I'm asleep,
I'm 100% the same way. That's why I leave like Parks and Recreation right now. I wake up every couple hours and hit the continue watching button on Netflix because. And even before that, I used to watch like cartoons or whatever. It's just something I've seen 100 times to subdue my subconscious so that I can actually rest.
I like doing this shit where like I try to see fucking the ocean. And then I try to black that all out and just see black.
Huh.
And then I go to sleep.
I couldn't do that. If my brain got to that, it would just one thing after another.
I can't do it all the time, but it's been something that I've been trying to do for like
Well, that's meditation. That's just
7 years now. You know, like I want to learn how to shut my fucking brain off.
that's pretty much the goal of meditation, man. I've thought about that too, like just trying to fucking absolutely clear my head, to clear all the clutter.
Well, I guess like if you talk to a fucking psychiatrist or whatever, what they want you to do is remove one thing at a time.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, it's like, if I think about that one thing, that's going to fuck me up about all the other things. Because I'm thinking about that one thing, that's just going to bother me.
Yeah, well, and plus, if you're trying to I have to remove this, then that's the first thing you're going to think about, because that's the one you're trying to focus on removing.
But I mean, I feel like that's life. Like everything is removing shit.
100%.
You know, like you want to get back to minimalistic shit, like the shit that made you happy when you were a kid.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, family, being outside, going to church. You know, that shit we all did, or not we all. You know,
I get what you mean.
You know, and that's how you live a good life, man. Like you got to get back to the shit that you were doing before everything else happened.
That's true.
You know, and it's fucked up because, like, to me, like I know that shit. I know that. For me to do that is nearly impossible because I don't fucking drive. You know, like I have no way to better anything. You know, like I'm fucking stuck.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, it's not even a money thing. Like I can't pay the motherfuckers to get my shit back.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear that, dude. But there's always shit that can be done, I think. I mean, personally.
I mean, it's an excuse. Like, I could still be going to church, but I would go into it with the mindset of, this is not the church I want to go to.
Well, that's...
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I totally understand that. Like, I would rather not. And I mean, my dad is
not
very religious.
You know, like, I don't... It's no good if it's not any good for you.
Well, not only that, is I feel like it becomes something else. Like, for the same reason that I don't like to buy presents is why I don't like to go to church, is because of what it means to other people. Like, I know that it won't mean the same for my family, and they go to church, and it doesn't mean that they're trying to show that they're better than other people. But down here, 9 times out of 10 people go to church is to show that they're or just to act better. And then there's signs on the back of people's cars like, "Wouldn't you really rather be a Christian?" And that's demeaning. That's what it is.
To people. Acting better.
That's demeaning to people who. I mean, we're not the only ones in this world anymore. There's people who aren't Christians that live around here. And
as Christians, we're not supposed to judge.
Yeah, exactly, man.
You know, so that's my thing. Like, I'm not going to go put myself.
And that's all they do, right, is judge.
And I do the same thing. Because I'm like, motherfucker, I know what you was doing last night.
Yeah,
you know, like, you don't look down your nose at me.
But then again, I don't know. I got mad respect for the Bible. And I love God, and I've read the Bible, and I know what the message is. I don't want people to see me out and playing music and shit and singing songs about whatever the fuck I sing songs about and living that life for as long as I lived it, and then see me in church. Because those lives don't go hand in hand. Like, if a person is living by the Bible, then they're walking a certain line, and that's not the sort of people who did the things that I did.
I think that now it's fucked up, but everything's getting so skewed.
Yeah.
You know, like there's fucked up people that are going to church and professing that they're this and they're whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so we as being good people should start doing the same thing. That way people at least understand, you know what, like, he's fucked up, but he ain't, he ain't fucked up. You know, like, to me, I believe that God sent Jesus down here to die for my sins.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go to heaven.
Same.
Because I've asked for forgiveness, and I continue to ask for forgiveness for all the fucked up shit I do.
Yes.
And I feel like people have to believe in something. You know, and if what you believe in is that, you know, somewhere down the line, there's some kind of violence involved in what you believe in. And what everybody else says about Islam is what everybody else says about Islam. But if you are my enemy is a part of what your teaching is, then I don't need that shit around me.
Yeah.
You know, like we have to progress as a people, you know, and I feel like Christianity is the only way to do that. I'm not trying to create
I hear
a
you.
holy war on anybody else, but
Yeah.
it just seems like that's the only mind frame that's going to get anybody anywhere. And it's also a lot of fucked up people that are Christians. Like, I know a bunch of fucked up people.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was just about to say. Is that there's a lot of fucking Christians, and I think you are in the same boat that I'm in. Is I'm a Christian, but I don't expect everybody else to be one.
No, you believe whatever you want to believe.
Yeah, exactly. And like a lot of people who are in this area. And I'm not, and a lot of our friends don't fall into this category, but I'm just talking about Christians as a whole in America.
Well, it's Presbyterians and Methodists here.
Well, there's no way more than that. I mean, shitloads.
That's a whole nother ball game.
There's
of Christianity.
There's more denominations of Christianity, I believe, and there are other religions in the world, probably.
Oh yeah,
and it's just that crazy. It's that many people who cannot agree on one book and one interpretation from a book. And that's crazy that so many people stand up for what the Bible says and what they think the Bible says and have never actually read it for themselves. They just go and take every word that people have ever told them about the Bible.
Or no words.
Or yeah, exactly. And I mean, that sort of makes, and yes, the Bible says some pretty crazy things, but I mean, if you can't read the Bible with half a fucking brain, then you probably shouldn't be breathing in this air.
Well, there's a lot of translations. If that's the best thing for you to do is take multiple translations and read that shit because it's real. You know, you don't have to believe that. I believe that.
It's like fucking, I mean, you got to read The Order of the Phoenix to get through fucking Harry Potter. It's a long fucking book and it's terrible and everybody hates it.
Well, it's a lot. And I mean, you're going to hit.
But you got to
bumps.
read. You got to read through the Order of the Phoenix, which means you got to read through your Leviticus and whatnot to get to the actual substance in the Bible when they're actually telling stories. And the Bible just tells one story over and over and over through many different characters. It's just one story that it tells.
1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd John. That's when you get into like real firsthand accountability, like what is going on.
Stories of like things that happened before, like whether or not you believe everything in the Bible is true is irrelevant. To just hear the words and to hear the way that people describe what life was like in those times is fucking crazy. And it really gives you a different appreciation for the world today.
Well, if you've never read the Bible, go get a kid's version of the New Testament where it's telling you all. I mean, it's an amazing story of power like that we are all capable of having.
Yeah.
We all just have to be. You have to be right. You know, I mean, it's nothing to it, but it's everything to it. You know, we gotta damn get there.
And another thing I love about, and wow, I'm not going down this road for much longer at all, but another thing I love about the Bible is the fact that they made all of the heroes in the Bible were guilty of really fucked up shit. King David had Bathsheba's husband sent to the front lines and be killed just because he saw her bathing on the roof and wanted her, and he had her husband killed. I mean, fucking Moses killed a couple of guys in the fucking like killed at a work site, basically. A lot of people don't realize that. That's the beauty of the thing is that like God always tends to work through people who have honestly done some really shitty things just to show that even people who do shitty things can come back from that.
Well, you can understand. You know, you can understand anybody.
They put you on a ground level with damn near anybody.
I got a buddy of mine that I call like if I'm feeling real stressed out, like I feel like I'm gonna fuck up and go to jail.
Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine I can call and he was all fucked up on heroin. You know, like all fucked up.
Yeah.
But I can talk to him about anything. We've been friends since we were kids, and he went so far off that deep end that for a while he wouldn't talk to me because he felt like I was judging him. And now, like, I'm the one that I call him, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to go get drunk as fuck, man. Like, I need somebody to talk to. You know?
Well, that's a really good thing that you do, but it also shows that you're in the beginning stages of what I was in before when I started realizing that I was going to quit. Like, you realize you like if you feel like if you go out and get drunk, that just means that there's no end to that train? Like once you get on it, that it's just going to ride until it has to stop?
Well, I
Do you
mean,
feel
it's
like
good,
you have
it's
no
good
control
stops and
over it?
shitty stops.
Do you feel like but do you feel like you have no control over it after a certain point?
After a certain point, yeah. Like, I feel like I can drink,
I was 100%
you know, and then cut
there.
it off. You know,
Yeah.
like, I feel like that. But, like, once I fucking go over that hill, that's a wrap, dude. You know, and then it's 50-50.
Which I've been there, man. Like we were actually we're gonna go over depression in the Sunset Grill, the next episode of that.
Well, you got there for a little while, but that was on the Rumplemints. Like,
The
when you got-
Rumplemints-
like, you got really hard on
Yeah.
the liquor, man.
Well, that's all I drank anyway, ever was. But I could handle whiskey. I could drink all the whiskey in the world and be fine. When I started drinking Rumple, that's
Rumple's
when
fucking the devil.
That's
dude.
when I got, fucking like suicidal and just immensely depressed. And
Any girl I've ever known, dude, 3 shots of Rumple,
done.
write that shit up, dude. Like, if it was me, I'd go to jail. You know, and literally, you can watch that shit, man. Rumple that's some fucking
Dude,
bad shit,
Rumple
dude.
does it. Rumple's the one. It's the worst, and it's so good, but it's so fucking potent.
Well, I mean, it's just nothing. It's like toothpaste, you know?
Yep. That's the cocktail du jour down in fucking Merle's Inlet. Basically, is Rumple Mints.
It's knocking people
And
off
I
the
was-
box daily.
Yeah, I was down in probably 3/4 of a bottle a day of Rumple on average. And I did that for a long time. I drank so much Rumple that the people who I played trivia with, my trivia team, did the math one time when I wasn't there about how much Rumple I drank a week. Like they did the math and told me how much I drank.
It was just water and shots of Rumple.
That's all I drank
He
was water.
literally just
Yeah.
drank shots of Rumple.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, knock on wood, I never got in fucking any kind of trouble or never hurt anybody or myself. But I could drink
I seen you ragdoll a couple people.
Yeah, well, they had it coming.
But you were harder on yourself than anybody else was about you,
Yeah.
which is good because you got out the fucking hole before you got too deep in the hole.
Well, that's not entirely true. As I was saying earlier, I made the Jenga reference, man. Like I was just a stack of Jenga logs. And as like I kept fucking just getting hammered and kept popping those fucking logs out. And as soon as it got unstable and fell, I mean, it crashed down one fucking day, and I lost my shit. I mean, I got too hammered, and I was under a lot of stress. I was the most depressed as I had ever been in my life. I wanted to fucking die. I literally was suicidal. Like, I made a decision every day that I wasn't going to kill myself. Like, I mean, it was like...
Well, man, you can talk to me about shit.
Oh,
like
dude,
that.
I know, and I'm 100%. I can talk about it now because I'm way past that shit.
Yeah, man. Like,
But, I mean, I was seriously... and it wasn't like a secret. Like, I would walk into Tito's and people would ask me how I was doing. I'm like, I'm just fucking sick of life. I want to fucking die. I was just... That was who I was.
yeah, man. Like, I'd hear you say that shit to everybody else, but
Yeah, and I meant it every time I said it. You know, I was serious. And it was part of the character
you
where
never
everybody
did
would
that
just
shit to me, man.
where everybody
You
would
never
fucking
did
laugh.
that shit to me.
Where it was like where everybody would fucking laugh and shit, and I was like, I mean, it was funny. It became sort of a standing joke. That's just what I said to
Well, that's
people.
where Brian's getting now, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know. The drinking didn't help at all. Like once I realized that I had something that took me. You know, like something got me, and now it was cigarettes. So I caught the flu that year, and I just got sick as shit. And I was like, I don't want cigarettes no more. It hurts to smoke, so I quit smoking
quit like
cigarettes.
that.
Like just cold turkey one day, I just stopped.
Yeah.
And dude, whenever you go on withdrawal from cigarettes, I know now why they say Chantix. Like if you have suicidal thoughts, I don't think it has anything to do with Chantix. I think that's just your withdrawals from cigarettes make you want to kill yourself
Yeah,
or
it's
other
just-
people.
It's fucking weird. Like, I mean, you think about me going to jail. Like, I've quit everything.
Yeah,
How many times for 40 days?
yeah.
50 days, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I could give the shit up in a damn heartbeat.
It's crazy what your body can do what your body can do if you allow it.
Well, to me, I'm thankful. And this is weird to say, but like, I'm thankful for the fact that I've been going to jail because I'm the most healthy fucking person that I know. Like, 100%.
Well, I mean, that's one thing.
You know, my body, I'm still, I'm 18, 19 years old.
Is that what they like check you out every time you go in there and shit? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, they don't want you to fucking die.
yeah,
you know,
dude, I haven't been
a lot
to
of
the
times
fucking
they'll
doctor in my
fucking,
adult life.
you know, they'll brush you under the fucking.
Other than hospital and shit.
I've never been to the hospital. You know, that's my thing. Like, my little brother ends up in the hospital 3-6 months out the fucking year. I go to jail and just raise hell and get fucking food that I paid for with my tax dollars. You know.
That's true. There's a lot of tax dollars that goes into that.
Man, they're making a fucking killing, dude.
Which is what started this whole conversation. Is tax dollars, because there's a lot of fucking people in there and they're trying to sterilize them.
Well, that's what I believe, but they're making $200 and something a day for somebody to be in jail.
They say that they put antidepressants in the bottled water.
They're full of shit, man. They want people to be depressed. They want people to do drugs. They want people to get fucked up and knock yourself out the fucking equation.
Because of our population, because there's too many people, and that's the only way.
It's been like that.
Yep, that's the only way they're going to solve it. That's 100% true, and I believe that,
I don't think there's too many people right now, and you got to think about our generation, man. We ain't all having kids. You know, now,
yeah, that's true.
I've been in trouble a lot and shit, so it ain't. I mean, it's been an option, but I'm always like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna end up back in jail. You know,
dude. What's that feel like?
It's shitty, dude. I don't want to do that. You know, I'm a good dude.
And you feel, but do you feel like it's out of your control at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I get fucked with. You know that.
Yeah.
You know, I get fucked with. And I go to jail because I cuss the fucking police out because they fuck with me. You know, what am I doing? If I'm walking down the fucking street, what am I doing? If I'm in fucking Charlotte, you know, I ain't talking New York City. If I'm in Charlotte walking down the fucking street, you gonna stop me? No. You fucking stop me because you know who I am. And you know I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out, and you know I'm gonna give you something to do.
Damn, I never looked at it like that.
Because what? I'm gonna fucking fight or I'm gonna run. You know, and I'm done running because I don't want to get fucking tased no more.
Yeah.
That shit sucked. And I didn't even run when I got tased. That was when I got my dog and got tased over there behind Asher's house.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. You know,
it's fucked up to think. I mean, it's fucked up to think that shit. Just a fucked up thought getting tased to me.
Well, I mean, they just fuck with me, man. They're scared of me. You know, I don't want them to shoot me. You know, and they know I'm not going to put them in a position to shoot me, but I'm going to put them in a position to make a fucking decision. What's getting ready to happen?
That's funny.
You know, I'm getting ready to go. You know, at this point, I know that I'm getting ready to go to jail.
Yeah, so why not? I mean,
let's fucking get it. You know, I'm going to make a fucking move real quick.
Make them earn that
shit. Man, it's your fucking job, dog.
That's funny. How many times do you think you've been arrested in your life?
Man, unfortunately, probably 15 times, man.
15 times? Is that a ballpark?
15 or 16, man. That's probably pretty close.
Damn, man.
And it's all for bullshit, you know? 30-day shit.
Fun. Yeah, I mentioned my uncle earlier. My uncle always does, big shit like credit card fraud and...
See, I don't steal from nobody. You know, I don't fuck with nobody else.
Yeah, my uncle, he'd steal.
Well, that in itself is an addiction. You know, people who steal... Yeah. They fucking steal. This last time I went to jail, man, would make me, if I had a fucking car, I'd never leave that motherfucker unlocked ever again. This dude had a $101,000 bond for breaking into fucking cars.
God,
and explain to me how he did it, and it's so fucking simple. Y'all, if anybody out there is listening, don't leave your shit unlocked. And they can bust your fucking glass open with the things that you use to cut your seatbelt. And bust the window out, they do that shit too. But it's a way to break into a car that has a vertical door lock that is fucking ridiculous. And I would never, ever leave my shit unlocked ever again. Ever.
Yeah, I don't leave my shit unlocked anyway. I got in a fucking habit of fucking keeping it locked whenever, because I always had the equipment in my car. But
At my house, man.
I don't even leave that shit in my car no more. I break it inside.
At the house is one thing, you know, I leave the door unlocked. If you want to come in here, motherfucker, you better be ready.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, that takes balls, to go walk up in somebody's house.
Yeah.
That ain't...
Which, I don't know. We're lucky here because people know, I don't know.
You can get fucking shot.
Yeah, people know around here. Which I don't keep. I don't have guns in the house. I don't keep a gun.
I'm way scared.
I'm way scarier than a fucking gun.
Ain't nothing scarier than a fucking gun.
Except me. I don't give no fucks, bro. I don't give no fucks. Somebody fucking... A gun, to me, represents the weakness of all humanity. After the invention of the gun, there was then no longer a need to be able to physically overpower your adversary.
When they were doing duels, guns were fucking real. Like, you got a 6-shooter and a damn 40-40 rifle, or a 40 caliber rifle, lever rifle. We can stand toe to toe. Meet me at high noon.
Yep.
Like, you held people accountable. Now it's the fucking criminals that got the guns. It's
Well, it's anybody who...
I got friends that carry. I got friends that try to fucking carry all the time, everywhere. To me, it's like, why the fuck are you doing that? Are you that nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I feel like I need a fucking gun.
I hate to go back to fucking quote Friday, but fucking Craig's dad on Friday. Like, if I knew you needed a gun to walk home, I'd have never
lived to fight another day.
I'd have never moved into this neighborhood. Like, it blows my mind that there's people, and that shit that happened at Bubba's with the cops and everything. You hear about that?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And I fucking love Terrence, man. Like,
yeah,
he's out there.
Yeah,
but he's a solid dude. Like, I feel
he's
like
always been straight up.
They fuck with him. Like, it's another thing where,
but
that's why his ass got out of jail the next day.
It bothers me. It bothers me that people feel like in this inlet, people feel the need to keep a fucking gun on them.
I don't think it's really like that here. I think that the younger people, you don't fucking know. You really don't fucking know what. And you can't call them kids because they ain't kids.
Yeah, not no more.
They're young adults.
Yeah.
Like, the shit that they think. Dude, like, I mean, shit, I got my ass kicked by fucking 6 of them a couple years ago. We fucking banged out, dude. Like, I'd hit the fucking ground and get back up.
These kids these days
6 or 7 times,
ain't
man.
Shit, though.
But, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, if you scare them, what, they're going to shoot you? Or stab you,
that's
or
the
fucking
problem.
Jump you, or
that's
what?
That's the problem.
Dude,
you whoop somebody's ass, you get the best of them and beat somebody's ass. Like, you remember that night? Were you at Tito's that night? That dude pulled a knife out and was swinging it around, and I threw him down in the fucking gravel and held him down for a little bit.
I don't know.
Anyway, there was this fucking dude who, not to give too much away, he worked on the cast and crew of a TV show that came through here one time.
I wasn't there for that shit.
Well, this dude just came out, just started fucking, just like pulled a knife out of his pocket and was just like slinging a fucking knife around. And I'm sitting here looking at this motherfucker like, what? I mean, in your mind, where does pulling a knife out in a group full of people that's standing here, what are you going to accomplish by that? And the same thing comes to mind when I think about people with guns. Like, what do you really? There's an old granddad saying, like, if you point a gun at somebody, it better be to shoot them. There ain't but one reason to point a gun at somebody, and that is to shoot them. Because if you don't,
life or death.
Because if you don't fucking shoot them, that says one thing about you. You don't. I mean, dude, you don't. People don't understand because of whatever the world has been, whatever the world's teaching people.
Desensitized.
Yeah, exactly. They've desensitized themselves from whatever a gun is, and I don't know, man. Guns are just fucking. They represent to me. They represent weakness because I don't know, and I'm not talking about people who actually go hunting and not for sport and just for racks. But if you want to fucking stock your fridge stock your freezer for the year and do your thing. I'm from the South. I got a lot of friends. My family does that.
So you can do it for everybody else.
I'll say exactly. You can do it for everybody else. But if you feel like you need a fucking gun to put in your pocket to go out, to just go out into the world, then
You're institutionalized.
I think you're missing.
You're scared.
I think you're missing. I don't know. I think you're missing a big part of what we got going on here. You know what I mean?
You're scared. You're scared. You shouldn't be scared. There's nothing in this world that should make you scared.
It's all out of fear.
You should be able to go wherever you live at. You ought to be able to go wherever you want to go
Yeah.
and not have no fucking worries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and that's what's fucked up about like Chicago and shit. Like, these kids can't even fucking walk a block down the fucking street without getting shot.
Yeah. I don't. I wouldn't be able to do that.
You know, but they don't have no fucking choice. Like, they can't leave. You know, where are they going to go?
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
It's just a fucked up world we live in.
I wonder if you hear about shit like that. If you listen to people that talk about Chicago and Detroit and how decrepit it is and shit like that, what's that say to the people that live there? That they're living in a shithole, or,
No.
or
It's funny you said that because it reminded me of on the news tonight. They were talking about the hospital. Or, no, it wasn't the fucking hospital. Who was it? It was like, fuck, what did they say? It's like non-essential employees. Non-essential government employees will show up. So it's like,
so like D1s.
yeah, like if you're non-essential, they don't need you. You know, like, damn, if you're lucky, you still got a job because we don't fucking need you, dog. You know? Like, what the fuck is that? You got essential and non-essential jobs? Let me get a non-essential fucking job.
Was I don't know that's funny though. Like I don't know. I see a little bit of it in Parks and Rec, because Parks and Rec is basically about the government, like small town government shit. But like, yeah, non-essential employees can just be like, they can walk in. Somebody like in Parks and Recreation, somebody walked in and said that we needed to tinker with the budget in this Parks and this department. And they got rid of all D1 employees, like non-essential employees. That means that you can just like say, you know what, we need to slash money, cut all the non-essentials, and that's not going to fuck your shit up at all.
Well, down here in our city government and shit, it's all motherfuckers that's been had money.
There's a lot of crazy people that end up getting to go into office. Dude, there's just been some crazy shit that's going on in our local government around here.
I'm waiting on Douglas to run for mayor because Douglas Morris, 2019.
2019, Dougie Fresh.
Vote for him.
Vote for Dougie.
My man's good at foosball.
He is a foosball dude. Me and you are pretty much undefeated on foosball table, bro.
We killed that shit for a long time.
Defense. I got that defense.
I talked to Danny Callahan today.
I got that defense. What, man, Danny was good. We used to do this thing called Uncle Tito's Bar Olympics. You remember that? The Bar Olympics. We did darts, pool, and foosball.
Putter
and
Thompson.
putt-putt. And putt-putt.
Putter Thompson.
Putter Thompson. Man, those were the days.
We were all just pretty much drunk pieces of shit back in them days.
We were fucking just shit house.
We worked hard and we did good work, but we got real fucking drunk. It was all early nights.
That was when we had whiskey for breakfast and dinner. I remember there was a time when I would get there, and it would be probably, I would get the bar set up, and then probably 10 to 15 minutes after I would get there and get the bar set up, we'd start doing the wild turkey.
I was getting off at 3:30 then from pouring concrete because I was going in at 5:30 and getting off at 3:30.
Yeah.
And right there at Dead Dog. Or at Spuds.
Wicked Tuna, yeah. Fuck it, what's Spuds back then?
Good
Dude,
God.
that's a fucking long time ago, man.
I was walking home one night, and I had a good buzz going. But, I was fine. I walk all the time.
Yeah.
I walk everywhere. And a state trooper pulls up on me on Merle's Inlet Road, and he says, man, where are you heading? I said, I'm going home. And this was like the time of year where like people were getting real fucked up. Like you kind of expect to see a cop on the way home, whether you're driving or walking or whatever. So I'm like, I'm just walking home.
That's any normal day around here.
He says, well, why don't you hop in and let me give you a ride? And I just got out of jail like the day before that or 2 days before that. And I was like, hell no, motherfucker. The last time y'all gave me a ride, it took 45 minutes and it took me another 5 days to get the fuck home. I don't want no fucking ride. And he's like, no, man, you're good, dude. Like, for real. He's like, I would rather you be walking than be out here driving. And then you create a problem for, like, you ain't fucking nothing up walking.
Yeah.
You know, like, you got to be, I get it. People don't know how to walk down the fucking street. You know, I've been walking for so long that, like I'm good. You know, I can walk down the fucking highway and I'm good.
You know the game.
You know, I mean, it's just, it's common sense. First off, like, you want to walk against traffic.
Yes.
You know, get off the fucking road.
Be courteous.
You ain't going to win a battle with a fucking car.
You're in their way. They're not in your way.
Well, do you want to die?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. You got to walk with that mentality.
You going to soak a 25-mile-an-hour shot and go to the damn hospital? Not unless it's a fucking Mercedes-Benz.
Not unless it's a Lexus.
You know, I mean, shit, dude, you know, it's all common sense. You know? I don't know. I forgot what I was fucking talking about.
I don't know. It was talking about a good cop. Give you a ride home.
Yeah. So the dude's over here on Merle's Inlet Road, and he's like, oh, man, you're good. Hop in. So I get in. I'm like, dude, I'm good. You know, I'm fucking good. So I ride with this motherfucker, and I tell him to drop me off at the Speedway at the gas station over there. He's like, no, I'll take you home, man. It's all good. I was like, hell no. I don't need you fucking knowing where I live at. This is plenty more than thank you, sir. But he did. That motherfucker drove me across the highway. That's the big thing, is crossing the highway.
Yeah, dude, there's just so many people that ain't, and they're not even fucked up, just fucking with their phones or whatever, just not paying attention.
Well, it's just weird, like that twilight hour right when it gets dark, like you really can't tell. Like if somebody doesn't have headlights on and they're coming, you really can't fucking see them.
A buddy of ours that will remain nameless because he's asked, accidentally ran over a girl walking home from the hospital one night. Just right in the middle of like stumbling out into the road and shit.
I cross over by the hospital. That way I'm fucking right there.
Yeah. Well, I was telling, we're lucky that we live this close to a hospital.
It ain't the greatest hospital, but damn it, they'll keep you alive for a little while they figure out what needs to happen to you.
Not only that, if the power goes out around here, we're the first ones to get it back because of the hospital. Yeah,
but I mean, if you think about it, like Hugo really fucked all the trees up around here, so all the trees that are left ain't, you know, they ain't falling down. Like, you don't see that shit.
Yeah.
Out in Conway, they got a bunch of new growth little pine trees and shit that when you have ice storms, they fall down.
Yeah.
But shit ain't falling down around here.
Oh, yeah.
Asher's house is a fucking recipe for a disaster if a fucking limb falls.
Shit, there's a lot of shit around there.
Well, that shit ain't gonna fall.
Nope.
You know, I mean, and that's the greatest thing about this town is like the motherfucker's gonna hold on forever.
Dude, this town has got some weird voodoo around it.
It's something, man. Like, I don't know. I miss what it used to be, but it's still fucking a great place to be.
It really is. This place is magic. It really is fucking cool. It reminds me of a hometown. Not my hometown, but it reminds me of a hometown. Just like everybody knows everybody else.
It's like a fucked up psychotic hometown.
It really
like
is.
Something off a movie.
It is. It's like you couldn't write this. This is like a hometown from alternate dimension.
Everyone has such big personalities. Like everybody is them.
Everybody is a character. Everybody is a character. Like everybody down here is a character from a TV show. Like it seems like everybody is a written character.
It's big personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, you are who you are.
Exactly.
You know, and everybody's from everywhere. You know, whether they've been here for 15, 20 years, you know, there's still that shit from their hometown that makes them, they're like, I'm a fucking redneck, you know?
Yeah.
I just get wild. I can't.
Hence the peaches, ladies and gentlemen, from Georgia. That's where the peaches comes from. I knew this motherfucker as Peaches from day one, and I didn't know that. I never put two and two together that it was because he was from Georgia until, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. I thought maybe somebody met you and like you were buying peaches at Walmart or something like that, and that was just a name that stuck. I don't fucking know. Seemed like a crazy story. But it's, ladies and gentlemen, getting to be the witching hour of 6:08 in the morning here at the Sunset Grill, which means it's damn near bedtime for this particular producer. We have 2 hours and 29 minutes of content right here. So
Talking.
if whenever you guys look at this, if this motherfucker is somewhere around the 1 hour and 45 minute range, it's because there's a lot of shit you didn't need to hear. But we got a shitload of content here. This is going to take a little bit for me to get this out.
You can put whatever about me, man. I ain't fucking worried about it. But I know I said some names that have to edit out.
We're gonna take some names out. We're gonna take, I don't know, maybe a comment or two that may have led to a little bit more information about crimes. Hey, we ain't letting nobody in on no fucking information. This is
need
good.
to know situation.
This is good. We got into a lot of really interesting shit, all because we were talking about craziness of being in jail. But fuck, we got neighbors waking up, doing things over here next door.
I know I need to smoke a cigarette.
Brother Peaches, that was good talk, homie.
Always.
That's good talk. The Georgia Bulldogs are playing the Alabama Crimson Tide here in a couple days in the national fucking championship.
Go Dogs.
Roll motherfucking Tide.
Hey.
How that's gonna go?
Lord have mercy. It's going to be a glorious day. One way or another, I see him in the national championship in my lifetime.
Dude,
you've seen it too many times.
It's a home game for both of us, dude. You know what's crazy? Is we played the first game of the season in that stadium. We're going to play the last game of the season in that stadium.
Hey, it's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a good fucking game. Roll Tide. Saban's 11-0 against his old assistant, so hey-o. But we ain't here to talk about that bullshit. I'm Kelsey. Peaches here, signing off, ladies and gentlemen.
Be safe.
Peace, bitches.